Hello, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, Shattered Obelisk, Cloak and
Hello.
Stagger. Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, Jay.
I am excited for tonight. We're back in town. I have a lot of stuff. Kind of got dumped on y'all. Maybe too much stuff all at once, but we gotta resolve some stuff tonight. See how it's gonna go. Might get a little heavy. Might not. I don't know. It's always up to y'all.
Pretty sure we'll be back on the road where the session is.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if y'all can see it, but behind JD over there, Flynn, we have the beginnings and close to the end, his robot form. So yeah, we did a little test for it beforehand. It was kind of cool.
Super
It
impressive.
was pretty cool.
It's super impressive.
Wild.
But we're still, I think there's a couple tweaks to it still, but it's gonna be really cool. I don't really have any announcements other than that coming up. Does anyone have something they want to share before we go?
I got something.
You got something? Okay.
We won't be doing Salt Marsh next week.
Oh, we're no salt. Okay, no salt march next week. We missed Spelljammer this week too.
So I think we're gonna miss the next two Salt Marshes
You know what? That's understandable. You are in the moving process.
because next week James can't make it,
Oh,
and that whole plot line is like focused on his character.
just in time.
So,
Just how it works.
So, and then the following session is literally the exact day that we're closing on both houses. So.
Sometimes that's how it goes. But that's okay. Maybe we'll do something else. I say it every time, and then you say, no, we're not. But I'll leave it out there. We might do something else. You never know. All right, I want to play some D&D, but I need someone to tell me what happened last time, so I know what happened last time.
I'll give it a go.
All you, buddy.
We were still in the Wave Echo Cave. We marched south down the long hallway that we rested out of the previous evening. I have here that this place is a maze and it smells like death. And we made it to an area with carved walls, and it's kind of, there's pillars. It's kind of almost maze-like in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some creepers creeping around on us. We saw some hands like going away, like and then we fought them, and then we absolutely massacred them.
Flawless, if I believe.
Like, I don't think anybody even took any damage. They were just absolutely decimated. So we continued. We searched out pretty much the rest of the place pretty well. Didn't really find a whole lot of really anything of any import there. Our dwarven friends said that they were going to stay there and try and start to set everything up and get everything up and running. But in the meantime, we were going to head back to Phandelver. We left the caves, at which point me and Tonk decided to have our foot race.
Chico.
It escalated very quickly. You grabbed the scissors and started running full speed downhill. I was kind of waiting for you to trip and fall. You didn't, so I slowed you down, caught up. Then there was a bit of a tussle, at which point I put darkness in front of you. You tripped and fell. I was getting close to the finish line. You pulled out a crossbow and shot at me with it, missed,
I don't think that happened.
and then I won the race. Was the important part of the notes here, is that I won.
I got Cheetah.
Tried to shoot me with the crossbow, but I won the race. We headed back to Phandelver. It was in absolute chaos. There were people rioting in the streets. Pitchforks were out. Torches were out. And they were all rioting against, it seems like, the mayor of the town. Shit. What's his name? Not Wesley.
Har something?
That's it. Harbin West.
Harbin Wester. Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
The town master. The burgomaster. We've learned that there are apparently gremlins are a problem. Is what the word on the street is. and that there were people fleeing to Phandelver, notably tieflings, escaping from Tarmsworth, my hometown. And apparently my family's here. So I've dropped what we're doing, and I've gone to try and find my family. And that's where we ended.
All right, that's good. Skull of inspiration.
Yeah.
You will need it tonight.
Oh, excuse me?
Ooh.
All right, so I guess
Spoiler alert.
we can jump into it after this.
What lies beneath the lands of Phandelver? Danger, riches, power, puppies, death. Threats that seek to overwhelm the village. And threats that seek to overwhelm the Sword Coast itself. With the threat undiscovered, an empire of evil will rise. War will plague the Sword Coast and beyond. Fate itself may rely on 4 unlikely heroes. And so, another adventure is about to take place. Cloak and Stagger presents Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk.
All right, let's go ahead and take y'all over to.
Go ahead and take a break. With that, we'll be back in 10.
So we are in Phandelver.
Oh.
Everyone's a little riled up. That's what it looked like when you guys approached Harbin Wester's house, by the way. The folks were a little, just so everybody can see. Everybody should be able to see now. They were a little pissed. You dispersed the crowd, I believe. I don't know if you mentioned that. When you came out, you broke the door, first off.
Yeah.
So the path's wide open for Riot City. But you calmed them. You calmed them the hell down. So I believe you were leaving Harbin Westers after calming them down. You are out on the streets right now. We'll say it's like it's later in the day. It's maybe like 5 p.m.ish. It was probably way earlier last session, but you know what? It's 5 p.m.ish now. So, so the sun is not setting. It's kind of like looming in that area though, where it might be going over the horizon in a bit. You guys are just standing in the middle of town now. What do you do?
Did they tell us where a lot of like the tieflings were staying?
I
Remember,
think
they
I think you
told us.
talked to someone
I
about that.
think
Yeah.
the inns.
Yeah, the
and
Stonehill
then-
Inn.
All right. Well, we know the Stonehill Inn the best.
So we could go get an ale.
We could go get an ale, and we will. We can also see if my family is there. So, tally ho, I suppose. And I'll just kind of look. I'll take kind of one look back and make sure nobody's trying to like storm into Harbin Wester's home.
There's definitely a few tempting and dirty looks going there occasionally when people walk by. Some of those.
If they're looking at that and I catch the eye contact, I'll just.
They just keep going though. They don't stop. It's more like I should, but I won't. That type of attitude.
If they look at me, I'll still give them the.
You're saying you're the most oddly dressed group in the middle of town, so you definitely get stared at a little bit. But they just, and they see that face, they keep going.
Right. To Stonehill?
Yeah.
We're off.
Okay, you guys make your way to Stonehill Inn. Let me take us back to the town map here. You have a map in front of you can use, or you're welcome to use the one up behind me as well. You head down the road, not very far. You're pretty much right around the corner from this place. As you guys were right here, you head back out on the main road, start marching north a bit. Hook a quick right, and you're at Stonehill entrance. You march on in?
Yep.
Okay. You head inside, and when you head inside, is a mess. About every table's loaded. A lot of tieflings in here. A lot of them. A lot of regular folk in here. Looks like a lot of people are just kind of hanging out here to pass the time or just not be outside right now. You don't see... it used to be you saw Gundren in here. He has a little table. You know, that thing is loaded right now. But there is one table that has a lot of slots open, and it's where your familiar female dwarf pal is sitting. Miss Gwen Orsong. Looked like she has research all over the table, frantically just going through notes right now.
Our table?
Yeah, what about
the
our
seal?
table with our name on it?
Loaded.
With what? Tieflings or?
Tieflings.
Whoa. Looking around the room, just taking a quick glance, is there anybody that I would recognize?
Maybe a few faces you've seen in passing but didn't really make acquaintances with. You feel a sense of familiarity with a lot of them, but you don't know any of them.
We'll go over and sit, or I see. I'm not going to speak for anyone else. I will walk over to the dwarf and sit down at the table across from her. Actually, I'll sit wherever's next to her.
Okay. You walk up and sit, and she doesn't even really look up as she's... Maybe it was... No? And she starts rubbing her temple. Looks like she's a bit... Oh! Hey! You! All of you! Yes! Sit! Please sit! And she sits down and starts hopping for a bit in her seat. Looks like she's really antsy or agitated at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you from clearly what you're busy. What the fuck is going on?
Quite precisely what I'm trying to determine. There's these creatures here. I don't know why they're not putting it out in the open. These are goblins. There's goblins here. And they look strange, and I don't know anything else about them, but I know I have notes on so many tribes, and she just motions out across the whole table. Notes on tribes and locations and history, but I need more details about these things, and I don't know where to start.
Have you seen one?
I saw maybe 2 in passing out in the open earlier today.
What do they look like?
Small, hooded sometimes, long heads. Some long heads, some not.
I'm gonna bring out the cube and bring up the picture that I have in there of the long-skulled
Fathead goblin.
One of them, yes, very much so, like that. But
Any
I
of
don't
them
know
with
where.
any crystals sticking out of their skull?
I haven't seen anything like
Those
that.
are still probably made up. All right. When did this all happen? How long have these people been here?
Maybe it's been hours now, just harassment throughout the town. 4, 5.
So just hours. So an entire horde of tieflings came in here a mere few hours ago. And
No,
every
they arrived
society-
yesterday.
Okay, all right. But the goblins.
I don't. Yes. What about the goblins?
Just a few hours ago.
As far as I'm aware.
Any in the town?
Yes.
Wait, hold up. I thought we were talking about these little fuckers being outside the town.
They're in the town. The townspeople are riled up. I think there was a riot outside the headmaster.
There was. I didn't see any goblins or gremlins. We saw tieflings.
Well, they're not. I guess you'd say they're not really being violent. It's more so they're just cutting loose.
What, like shenanigans?
Are they on Rumspringer?
I don't know what that is, and I guess they're goblins. Clearly, they have some violent tendencies, but they're just kind of just roaming around harassing people.
Big menaces.
A few were begging for candy from the baker earlier. There was a group that was just tugging at this man's goat. They're doing weird things.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Is that a euphemism?
It's quite literal, figurative.
All right. Have you conversed with any of the people here, tieflings? Asked them about what they've seen, anything like that?
I have took immediately to just going through my notes, trying to figure out what or where these come from. There has to be some reasoning for all this.
Okay, so you just went to the data you already had instead of... You know what? I'm sorry. I'm riled up right now, and that was a bit rude. There's a plethora of information probably right in this room that you could garner just from talking to people. I'm sorry. I'll look around. I believe my family is...
I just have to hope it smooths out. I did a 2-hour test before this, and it didn't slow down at all. So I don't know why. I guess someone started downloading. No, not yet. It's... If it gets to like 30%, sure.
What
But
are you looking at on there?
there's a drop frames at the bottom left, so we know how many we've lost.
Bottom right.
Oh.
Bottom right.
Okay. Oh, I see it.
Okay. I appreciate the heads up. I'll keep an eye on it. In fact,
Oh, you didn't record yet?
We're good.
Can I eat some of your applesauce? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He is now.
Thanks, Kim.
Yep, thank you. Perhaps you should ask around. Maybe talk to some of these people and see if maybe they could add to your veritable trove of knowledge here. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ask some if they know if my family's here. And I'll kind of get up and walk away. I'm without the I'm not like motioning for y'all to come with necessarily. If y'all have more questions for her, but I'm gonna go ask around and see if anybody knows the name Ormos.
Okay. So you're gonna spend some time in the tavern, just grabbing random people and say, "Do you know Ormos?"
Do you know Ormos?
All right.
While he's doing that, I want to silently follow him, but not say anything. Just to see if he's okay. I'm just like...
Tonk and Wedge. You're kind of standing at the table where Gwen is. As you see Flynn going to ask some folks about a gentleman named Ormos. Ormos, right? Ormos. And Wesley just walks off with him, just following silently. What do y'all do?
You want to
Get
go to
in
the
ale?
bar and ask questions? We're going to go to the bar and ask questions.
Okay. I guess we'll start with Flynn for a moment here. Let me check something right here. Okay, so Flynn, you start walking up to just stranger after stranger, asking them, "Do you know Ormos?" And a lot of them seem really distraught whenever you try to talk to them. They're like, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Or something along those lines. I'm not
Ormos.
sure.
Ormos.
It seems a lot of them they're very displaced right now, especially with the situation going on in town, the situation from their home, and the situation with a few resentment from folks in town as well. All these are brought up to you.
With each person, that's just like, I don't know, the frustration is like building up a bit. 17.
Okay. So eventually you do run into someone who has heard of Ormos. But the way he responds is kind of callous. As you hear verbatim, Ormos, if he is here, he's probably just drinking again. Now, aren't there 2 taverns here?
Fucking excuse me. I'll stop, like, if I just hear that, like, ambiently, I'll, like, turn around. Fucking what?
He looks up at you and goes, talking about Ormos.
Yes. Where is he?
I don't know. If I had to guess, he probably is drowning in a bottle right now.
Is there any alcohol on the table?
No, on this table, I'll say there's like 1 ale that's not his.
Okay. Alright, well, I don't have that ammunition. Alright, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place then, if you think he's at the bottom of a bottle. Any particular reason why you would think that?
Couldn't quite tell you, other than when
No,
he got
just
here.
random speculation then. Okay, thank you. No, walk away. I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Okay, Flynn leaves. You two, while all that's happening, walked up to the tavern keep. Mr. Stonehill up there, who is doing some mad cleaning and handing out a lot of waters. A lot of non-tavern stuff happening right now for him. What do you do? Tonk, yes.
Hey, you got some ales? Just
I hope so.
in that water.
You want some ales?
At least 2.
Okay, 2 ales, 2 silver. And he just turns and he starts
Yeah,
getting
I'll
it
take
ready
one too.
immediately.
But have you seen a tiefling named Hermos?
While it's back, he goes, Hermos, don't know any Hermoses. Don't know, I'm sorry. No, I don't.
All right, I'm gonna look around for Flynn to let him know they have it. Flynn,
You see him halfway towards the door to the tavern right now.
Tonk, we gotta get this to go.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure he'll trust me. You give him a gold real quick, and I'll go catch you. I'll take this and catch up.
All right, I'm gonna give him a gold.
You give him a gold?
Yeah, because we're taking the cups.
We'll bring him back.
We'll do our best to bring him back.
We can't make this the
Ain't
norm,
never
but
seen
sure,
them
it's
cups
fine.
again.
I know you have important business. Go ahead.
I got mine.
So, Flynn.
And Wesley, you're right behind Flynn still.
Your
Yeah,
brother's
that-
not
been there the
here.
whole time.
We checked.
Okay. All right. You end up outside again.
I'm heading to the sleeping giant.
We're right here.
Someone in there said that he may be at the other tavern.
He's definitely not there. 'Cause we asked him and he got drinks.
You grabbed one for me. Fine, fuck it.
You can hold this empty one.
I don't want to. Wait. Did you pay for that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
he
we
took
paid
care
for
of it.
Okay. You're gonna bring the cups back.
I gave him a gold.
Yeah, we
just
told
in
him we
case.
would.
We keep stealing his cups.
No,
We
but
though, if we
literally,
pay for it.
we paid a hefty price
Right,
to
I'm
rent them.
saying he's going to need to buy more. Soon he's going to just run out of cups. You
will
can't
definitely
drink
do
from
our
a gold coin. Not at least the amount that we need to drink.
He should get to-go cups.
You know what? I don't have time to explain the process of manufacturing.
We're going to Will of Fortune's bar.
Yes,
Let's go.
indeed.
Maybe I can buy a couple.
They might have some.
Mugs.
Maybe we
And then
split it up. We don't take all of Toplin's mugs. We get some from
Maybe
there
then we'll
too.
get a discount if we bring our own cups.
We will.
All right. I don't even have words right now. My family might be here. I haven't seen them in years,
We got your back.
and I don't even know if they're even here or alive, based on what is being talked about here. I'm completely flustered. We need to go.
Yes.
On the way to the sleeping giant, I do want to keep my eyes out for any gremlins.
Okay. So you head outside of Stonehill Inn. Hook a right, hop on that trail a little bit before cutting south, and keep those eyes peeled for any gremlins lurking about. When you step outside, it doesn't take long to notice something out of the norm. Looking at close to the town green, that large open area right in the middle of town, you know that Sister Grail's shrine and temple are both right there. You just briefly glance in that direction and see some trouble afoot. Tiefling is at that shrine made up of all these stones just neatly balanced and packed together, holding a larger one to the side, struggling like he's trying to keep them all from falling down. You think you hear the faint sounds of crying coming from within that little stone shrine itself.
I'll look at that, and I'll look down the road towards the sleeping giant. I'll look back over at that. Fuck. And I'll head west towards that.
Okay, all of you
Yeah.
same suit? Okay. So all of you head to this tiefling trying to hold up this large stone, and as you all get closer and closer, he notices you and turns and looks. You all, can you help me move this god's dead?
Yep.
Flynn? And you look at the man's face, and you see that it is Caius, your brother.
What in the hells are you doing here?
Help me put this goddamn stone back!
Right! Fuck! All right.
Make an whoever's helping. Make
I'm
an
going
athletics
to
check.
help, but knowing that I can't reach it, I'm just.
I'd go over and give him a hand. Well, I'd go ahead and hand him my 2 empty mugs.
And I,
Can you just make sure they get back to?
Damn it.
Thank you. And I'll go help.
Natural 20.
Jesus. Okay. You lift and start pushing. It almost leaves Caius' hands. It's Tonk, and are you helping as well?
I was, but I didn't roll.
That's fine. It's the DC was lower for each person.
I got 3
helping,
mugs.
it-
I'm helping.
You
You
know
were
what?
cheering us on.
Yeah.
You shove that stone back into position. The stones settle, and Caius just falls back a bit and falls on his rear, on his hands. And you can see after you get that stone back up, looking inside, what was about to collapse on 2 people in there is Sister Grail and a young girl you haven't seen yet. As she is holding
He's
the
already
child,
excited.
shielding her, was ready for the stones to fall on. And she looks up and says, "Oh, well, lucky again, I suppose."
Here to shave the day or some shit. Yes.
Luck.
Kaya stands back up and kind of brushes himself off and says, "Oh, I guess you came right in time, huh?"
Lady luck indeed, I suppose. So back to my initial question. What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, Tarmsworth kind of, you know how it got attacked all the time?
Yes, frequently. But
We-
we bribed them. We held them off.
And we do, and we did, until it wasn't enough. And then it wasn't enough again, and it wasn't enough again, until they decided, you know what? Guess it's ours now. And just did what they wanted with
The
it.
hobgoblins.
Yes. Not razed, not destroyed, but basically vacated by us. There was
So
a...
they've just occupied the town.
and killed a few people. There was a knight that was there that helped us, though. He got a lot of us out, and a lot of us just... we left. We didn't know what to do. He let us
Sildar.
here. Yeah, Sildar.
He's a good man.
Knight in shining armor, I suppose. They're just in the nick of time.
As is tradition. What of the rest of the family?
We
They're
all made
here.
it here.
Where are they at?
Most of us are staying inside the sister's temple. Oh, most of us.
Y'all look super.
What do you mean, most of us?
I haven't seen...
Where's father?
he's at the Sleeping Giant.
Like inside, I'm like, I knew he was right. Oh, of course he is.
Do you look like your brother? Do you favor each other?
I don't know, Jamie. What do you think?
I say again?
Do they favor each other? Like, can you tell they're brothers?
You can tell based on the mannerisms a little bit. Flynn's way more
Extra.
confident.
Whoa!
He's a bond.
But you can see those tendencies resembled in Caius just a little bit. You don't know necessarily if they're on great terms with each other, or they're just being cordial, or what yet.
I'm gonna pull on Kaiser's pants and say, Flynn, let's go to the sleeping or the stone.
Well, hold
Sleeping
on.
giant.
He's said father's at the Sleeping Giant. Everyone else is here with
Wrong
Sister
one.
Grail.
Are you talking to Caius?
Yeah.
Okay, Caius says, well, right now only Mother and Nethys are here. Nethys, sorry.
Where's Malados? Where?
I haven't seen them in hours.
But they were here.
We all arrived together, yeah.
Right? Maybe he's at the Sleeping Giant as well. I look over to Sister Grail. How's she doing?
She's getting up and she's reassuring the child, who starts to calm down now the situation resolved itself. And she looks fine. She doesn't look hurt.
I suppose your God of Luck is looking after you after all.
And when she's done with tending to the child, she looks towards you and stands up and says, "He always is. I guess that's why he sent you all again. I'm just a bit disappointed And she looks up, and you can see there's a big old gap in this stone shrine now. As she says, the stone of luck I had put here is gone.
The little gremlins, did they take it?
We were in here praying." And she looks back to the child. Next thing I know, I hear rattling and rumbling, snickering, look up, and to the side, 2 small creatures running off with a large black rock.
Right, so
Link will.
we've kicked the Red Brands out only to invite in another
Sure.
Potentially more problematic group of ruffians. Okay. Well, we've done this before. It looks like we're going to have to kick out a bunch of assholes again.
Sword Coast Barber Pest Control.
You're goddamn right.
multi-purpose.
I'm double checking real quick.
How do you check that? You just went on the YouTube video?
No, we're live. It's just probably lagged out where you are. No, we're good. At the moment. I know we've been lagging really hard. Hope we're still not lagging.
Right. Caius, you said Nethys is here, his mother here as well? Is Rivara here?
She's inside the temple.
Okay. But we assume father is at the Sleeping Giant and Anilia and Sarlia with him as well?
I'm not sure. Father's been gone for a while. Maybe. Don't know why they'd go with him. They're not really tavern folk. But maybe.
All right, well, we'll go take a look if... I mean...
Oh.
I assume he's still fairly well kind of like built a little bit from... well, if you could stay here and make sure, you know, stick to cutting stones and not lifting them.
I'll do my best, I suppose. I'll be inside more than anything, unless there's a reason to come out again. I was lucky to step out for just a moment to find them like that. If I wasn't there, they'd probably be crushed.
Yeah, thank you for that. We appreciate it. I'm sure... Wait, where are my manners? Guys, these are my compatriots. Here, this is Wesley and Wedge.
Oh.
And Captain Slowpoke.
They look a little weird.
Very nice.
Who looks weird?
I'm gonna take off my
I'm
hat
sorry,
and
this
try to
is
shake his
Tonk.
hand.
Tonk Stone Donk.
They have crazy manners. They shake hands. He shakes your hand.
You not?
I mean, it's not really that type of life where we're from. Do you do that now? Are you a handshaking person?
I've learned a way of refinement.
Weird.
It shakes more than just hands.
Shakes that ass.
I shake that dick, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know innuendo. I get that.
All right, regardless, I need to go check on...
Hold on, Jamie. Would you care if, like, while he was talking, that I just went to Sister Grail and was like, "Hey, Sister Grail, good to see you. Mr. Flynn's really upset right now.
Are you rubbing her arm?
No, I'm just like trying to like.
Stop touching her
I
like
don't want to
that.
like.
Are you poking your
interrupt
head
her.
in the shrine?
Well,
Like,
I like whatever discretion not to like interrupt whatever's doing because
peering around him.
yeah, I'm like looking at him while talking to Sister Grail. Sister Grail, I'm glad you're safe. Mr. Flynn's really upset right now. How's my rat doing, Sally? Is she okay? It's like that.
She's still fine. I'm taking good care of her.
Okay, Sister Grail, I'm gonna go over here. And then he's just gonna go back to Flynn.
All right.
That's it.
I'm gonna ask Flynn's brother if he'll hold these mugs for me for a few seconds. Like, if you would.
He takes them.
They go back over there when you get a chance.
I'm not just servant boy. And he shoves them back at you.
Yep, if you'd like to hold on to them for now, they paid for them. They're basically ours.
You want me to keep them?
We're
Hold
gonna,
on.
we're gonna return them.
Yeah, we gotta get them later.
How much are they worth?
At least the gold.
Well,
I'll hang on to them.
they're not really worth anything. I mean, to him.
Depends if you're thirsty or not.
Are they,
We're gonna come back
Do
and
they
get
have
it.
ale in them right now?
No, I have maybe a little bit of ale in mine.
Well, he got two. Would you not have gotten
Oh,
two?
no, they're empty.
You're definitely empty.
Okay, Tonk would have
Yeah.
to drink some of yours. Okay. Yeah, he takes them and
Bite it.
says he'll hold on to them.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
And I'll start heading back towards Stonehill.
Whoa, that dude's strafe, dude.
Okay. So you head back to you're going back to the Stonehill Inn?
I'm sorry.
Sleeping Giant.
Sleeping Giant.
Okay. Is everybody going to the Sleeping Giant?
Yes.
Yes.
I say bye to Sister Grail as I leave.
Okay, good frames I dropped. You say goodbye to Sister Grail. She gives you a nod, and you head off to the Sleeping Giant.
You
So-
see that shit? See how I didn't mind that shit?
When we
See, I was-
start heading down to the Sleeping Giant, Tonk will quickly run into the Stonehill Inn and return the mugs.
Okay. So you just rush inside, and wade through folks to set the mugs back on the table.
They kind of like wave at him and put him down and give him a thumbs up. And I don't see if he sees me or not. Just kind of.
Okay. And you rush out to meet up with your allies at the Sleeping Giant.
I want to be on the lookout for the little goblin things too as we walk.
Just keeping your eyes open.
Yeah, just like. Do I see anything, Jamie? You reading what I see on that book? What are you doing?
I'm trying to see what you would be staring at as you travel to the Sleeping Giant.
Whoa! It's gone off road. It was on the road for a hot minute.
Okay, yeah, you wouldn't really
Behind
see.
the trees.
You don't notice anything along the way walking there. I mean, you see people kind of hastily walking past you and walking around you. Seems like everyone's trying to get to where they want to be quickly. Like folks don't want to be out right now.
Okay.
The only thing I'd say you notice, actually, maybe kind of faint. Everyone make a perception check.
Perception.
It's on your head, Wesley.
12.
18.
11.
20. Not 20.
12.
Natural 11.
Anyone with a 15 or higher would hear to the south, not far from where you're at, maybe like 100 feet away, from the Sleeping Giant Inn. So south when you're at the Sleeping Giant's entrance, you would hear a voice shouting something about magical wares.
Ooh.
Sounds like a shrill fellow too. But you all enter into the Sleeping Giant, and the place looks not too great at the moment. Let me read what I got here for you.
Common theme.
The place was on the up and up. Left. I'm just envisioning this as like one of your rats crawling around.
That's how it would feel like.
Yeah.
See, I went between my grundle.
It was on your head.
The tap room of the Sleeping Giant is quiet, save for the occasional thunk of a tankard against a table. The bar itself is in shambles. The wooden stiles smashed to splinters, and the top split in half. Nevertheless, a tall purple tiefling works behind the broken counter, diligently cleaning mugs and plates under the watchful eye of the surly dwarf owner, Grista. There are a few people here right now. There's only one tiefling here at the moment, and he is just standing at like one of the ends of the tilted bar, just like leaning on the counter slightly with a mug and his head tilted off to the side.
I will walk up to that tiefling. Can I see? Do I recognize that tiefling? Is it?
You would recognize.
All right. Does he have like a mug in front of him or anything?
Yeah, he's holding on to a mug.
Ugly as a mug.
I'll walk up a few paces. I'll stop a few paces from him, and I'll say, "Good to see that you made it here."
His head just lightly goes up, and he turns halfway and looks behind him, and then turns all the way with a mug, and his eyes are just kind of like. And he looks forward a little bit and says, "Oh, Flynn, you came back. Just, well, I guess this isn't back. This is a whole different fucking city, but hey, how are you? Had a fun journey." And then he sips another sip of his ale.
Yes. How auspicious that we meet each other here in this random fucking town in the middle of basically nowhere. Are you all right?
Oh, never better. Never better. Business is booming. Somewhere for back home. Oh, well, I shouldn't say back home. It's not ours now. Whole family's here. Hope you saw them. Haven't seen a couple of them in a while now.
And yet you're just here drowning your sorrows?
Yes. Yes, I am. And he takes another big swig and says, "But you, I'm sure you've gone and made a name for yourself. Big fancy." He looks at your back, sees you have a lute there. "Fancy bard now, playing concerts and entertaining folks."
Yes, I know it was not your chosen profession, not what you wanted me to do, but I'll have you know I have done quite well for myself, thank you very much, and I do not need your judgment about it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. We did quite fine while you were away. It's almost like work got easier. Less pair of hands. You know how it goes. And the shittiest town in all of Sword Coast.
Says the man who has no idea where the rest of his family is right now.
He takes another huge sip, or a chug, I'd say, of his ale this time, and says, and just, I suppose that's true. Maybe they're solving the little critter crisis happening out there. Maybe they're stealing from someone right now. I did see a couple folks having fun up at the good store earlier. Who knows?
What good are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just trying to pass the time, I suppose.
Until what?
Something.
Nothing. No plan, no... Nothing, huh?
I don't think you quite understand the concept of we've lost everything. Maybe you all get it. Is your shit ransacked? Your profession gone? Your home gone? Taken by those
Don't
you
address
couldn't
them
stop?
like that. You don't even know them.
They're standing with you.
We barely had anything to begin with. What the fuck are you talking about? What have you done to get our family out of here except be pushed out by a bunch of fucking hobgoblins? You were forced here.
He walks up a bit, and it looks like he tries to slam his mug on something, but there's no table there. He just kind of sloshes, and he looks at it for a moment, but stops and looks back and says, I have done my best with what we've been given. With all of us, we've done our best. We stick as a family together.
And here you are alone.
Indeed I am.
You're not even making any fucking sense right now.
I make too much sense sometimes. Like, for instance...
You don't have a single cent to your name. How can you make sense of anything?
Oh, I don't know. This nice lady here didn't need any sense from me. And he motions over to Wheel of Fortune.
Is she looking at me?
She's...
I'll motion her just like...
And she just... goes back to cleaning.
All right. Well, look. What a great family reunion this has been. I suppose, as always, I will go and see about the rest of the family, and you can sit here and wallow in your own piss and shit for all I care. I was coming to check on you and hoping that you were okay. Seems like you're doing better than ever. So, fucking great. I'll make sure that he sees it too. I'll pull out like 5 gold coins, and I'll take them and I'll slide them over to Wheel of Fortune.
He
on the bar.
Looks like this as you take out the gold.
And I'll say, the rest of the family is at the fucking temple, should you decide that you give a shit. And I'll turn around and I'll start to walk out of the tavern.
When he does that, I'll go around. That's for 2 to-go ales.
Before Flynn gets too far, I'm going to call his name and kind of flick at my top breast pocket where I keep my paper, and then just kind of look at him.
Not worth it.
Wheel of Fortune just smiles, and she looks at the coins for a moment, almost like she was hesitating to take them, but then she scoops them up and starts getting the ales for you. As she's starting to get that, Flynn, are you just leaving? You're not staying for this?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Okay, Flynn he's stomping out. The rest, are you following him or waiting on Tonk?
I'm waiting on Tonk.
I'm following.
Okay, so Wesley, you follow Flynn. You've been following this whole time. You keep with it.
Yeah.
Tonk, you wait on your ales, and as Wheel of Fortune's getting the ales, you hear that deep dwarf female voice shouting from the other end of the tavern towards you. So you're here to investigate, or you're just here to drink your arse off?
I'll do the whole
Yeah, you Sword Coast fucker.
Me?
Aye, you and the other 2 left, but I guess I got 2 of you.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You
got
just got
any
back in
information?
town. I wanted to see if your ale got any better than the piss water you were serving me last time I was here.
Have you looked your fucking head around and seen what happened to my goddamn tavern? This was fucking today.
Okay.
You gotta have a drink and then look into it?
We're investigating now.
Yeah, I'm looking into it right now. What are you doing?
We're looking at all the angles.
You're sitting at the end of the table doing nothing but drinking.
She's standing at the other end of the tower with her arms crossed. There's no table around her or ale. And she just shouts back, I'm running my goddamn bar as best I can, is what I'm
We're
doing.
investigating the mugs and the ale and the lack of tables. And this fucker pointing to his dad.
We
Investigating all kinds of stuff.
sucks. We haven't lost a thing yet. Like our drinking competition. I destroyed you. We'll take care of it just like we take care of all this town's other problems. Just go sit down in the back and do whatever you do.
Make a persuasion check.
And when I go outside, I'm just going out. Like, I'm not marching down. I'm like walking out the front and just kind of standing out there and looking around and just.
All right, just kind of regain yourself a bit. I got you.
Wesley
Six.
just stares.
A 6?
Yes.
So, all right, so she spits to the side and just says, "Finish your fucking drink and go on."
Oh, okay. Just when she, let me know when she hands me my ales.
About that time, Wheel of Fortune walks up with 2 ales and starts to hand to you, but pulls them back real quick and goes, oh, and leans down to the cracked in half bar and just goes, and then hands them to you, smiling.
Oh, thank you. And then I'll look at, what's her name? Whatever.
Grista.
And be like, I'll see you later. And we'll just kind of
She just
start walking out with the ales.
okay. You walk up.
Before I go, I'm gonna take out a piece of paper, start writing in it, and I'm gonna tell Flynn's dad, I was like, if you really want to know what your son's been up to, I'm gonna fold it in half, hand him the piece of paper, I was like, give this a read. Will you let me put a shocking grasp in there so when he opens it?
You want to damage him for 1d10 damage?
No. Just just a one.
You will give him a static shot?
Just a static shot.
Like one of those handshake buzzers.
Yeah, one of those buzzers. And all
piece
that's
of
in
bubble
there, all that it says is, fuck you. And I kind of leave it as like, yeah, if you want to know what your son's been up to, read this. And then I'm going to... Oh, he read it immediately?
No, he just held it up folded, right?
Okay, yeah.
And he just puts it in his pocket.
You didn't open it?
Okay, you walk outside?
Yep.
All of you are outside. You see Flynn kind of just... He's right outside the entrance.
Dads can be dicks.
I was hoping that he would have not been himself for even just a moment, in the moment of crisis. Oh, gods. All right. He's never going to change. He's never going to change. This is precisely why I had to leave, to make sure that I could do something to help my family, because I know damn well this is all he's ever going to amount to. Fuck. I look around. Do you have an ale in your hand?
He's got two.
I want to grab one.
I mean, you can, but there's going to be some bad consequences. Not for you, but for me.
I take just a big swig, and then I hand it
Backwash.
Mother could probably fill it up for you.
Okay, so do we need to go ahead and find the rest of your family?
Probably better. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin to look. Kaya said he don't know what they are, where they are. Ermus is in here just being a pissed drunk.
Make a history check, Flynn. Or intelligence, whichever one you're feeling. History's probably higher.
15.
Okay, so you think for a second, with all your family you've talked to right now, no one seems to know where the others are. So you're thinking in your head, like, where could they have gone in Phandelver? Who would hear something about this? And then you think back to right when you arrived at that riot. As you were storming your way to the front, it was kind of in passing, and you weren't really concerned with it at the time. But you're almost sure that some folks were shouting that people they knew were missing. And you suddenly get the feeling of a little bit of a pit in your stomach.
Those tieflings that were calling that out.
At the time, no, you didn't see any tieflings at the riot.
Okay.
You just know that others have said some folks are missing.
We don't know where they are. My family doesn't know where they are. Perhaps, hopefully not, but perhaps they could be among those missing.
You think the goblins and the missing people are connected? But
I
looking
don't-
into one gets us...
I don't see how they couldn't be at this point. Causing mayhem all over the city, and then you have a massive influx of people who are already in complete upheaval. Perhaps we should ask around about these missing folks. I mean, we could maybe go up to the manor and see if there's squatters up there, round 2, or...
I was thinking that because if goblins are causing so much trouble in town, they've got to be close. Especially for them to take like a luck stone from Sister Grell in mid-daylight and then disappear the next second. They've got to be somewhere close. And the manor's the only place that's kind of not touched by anybody.
All right, so, and like, so from where we're at here, we're basically at like the closest part of town to the manor. Can we look up at the manor from where we're at and see can we notice any goings on up at the
Is there any
old
smoke?
Tressendar manor?
Looking from where you are right now, it's kind of hard to tell with the rises in the land, but you can see kind of the half and upper end of Tressendar Manor, and it looks just as shitty as when you left it. You can't see the ground floor from here, though.
I mean, maybe we could get a better look while we still have some daylight over the overall town. If we go up on the hill, we can check out the manor and then look across the town and see if we notice anything out of sorts.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're close. Why not?
Let's go up there and get a better look, better vantage point.
Okay. All of you start marching up to Tressendar Manor, taking that little windy road. Are you going up to where it doesn't ascend anymore and then looking back out the town? Or are you looking at the manor itself?
Both.
Okay. So since you're facing the manor, we'll cover that first. So as you get to the top and you look at Tressendar Manor, doesn't look like a lot's changed here. You don't hear anyone up here. You don't see anyone up here. You don't see any sleeping bags, any remnants of food. It looks like this place is pretty abandoned at the moment. Of course, you could go inside. You know it has the whole damn thing in there. It's possible someone might be in there, but right now there's no signs of it from out here.
Okay.
Got that whole underground chamber.
Yeah, the catacombs down there, yeah.
As you turn and look back towards the town, you do have quite a good view from here. And you can't see between houses and whatnot.
Right.
But you can kind of glance out over the town itself. Let's see how well your eyes can see stuff right now. Make perception checks. Everybody.
Damn, boy!
17.
Got an 18.
11.
That's what I rolled last time.
I was thinking about using this, but then he rolled super hard.
So look,
Go ahead.
just surveying the town, there's a couple things you see happening all at once. To the south, towards Alderleaf's farm, you see 2 draft horses. Looks like they're just kind of running wild away from the farm right now. Like someone just kind of let them go. And a halfling kind of running after them. You can see over towards the Miners' Exchange that Halia runs. You don't know if you see her outside, but you see someone at the corner of the building, along with 2 others. It looks like the building looks like it's slightly just tilted or sinking a bit. It looks like something's trying to be done about it. Over towards Barthen's Provisions, you see the well out back there. Someone's kind of just thrown their hands up and kind of just stomping around like they're pissed right now. And, well, you already dealt with the Shrine of Luck, so you don't see anything going on there now. You would see... You probably see one more thing. You see a few people, like, everyone's kind of moving quickly where they want to go. You see a few people kind of ducking and dodging out of the way sometimes when they pass by Stonehill Inn, like they're dodging something from the alleyway.
Where are the horses running from?
Down at the Alderleaf?
They were running from the Alderleaf farm and just heading out.
Does it look like they're just like bolting, like they're gone?
Like something spooked them good or let them loose or something. Because they don't normally just leave horses out in the open.
Right.
So they're booking.
I mean, I didn't see shit. So what do we think?
I'd say 10 or higher with something like that. Yeah, sorry. I didn't tell you the results.
I'm thinking if you go around and each one of these spots where there's trouble, we might get a clue and then
Well,
kind of clean things up.
I don't think we're gonna catch those horses, so maybe we head back towards the Stone Hill Inn and see what's causing a ruckus over there. It seems like there's two things there, people jumping out of the way
Yeah, go there and then...
and the person yelling over there at the well.
Yeah. Stonehill first and then Barthen's Provision
Yeah,
by the well.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys are heading back down the path, heading towards the Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
Okay. So Wedge, just continue on your roll from earlier. You hear that shouting again just as you pass by the Sleeping Giant Inn. The shrill voice shouting something about magic stuff in the south. Eventually, as you approach by the spot you saw people dodging, are we looking in that alleyway?
Yeah.
It would
Yes.
be like along here,
Yeah.
between some trees and brush.
As we're getting closer, are we still seeing people dodge?
Occasionally, yeah. Actually, walking, you would see one woman kind of like, and look to her left. And it looks like she has this dirt on her arm at that point. She just wipes it off and looks towards the alleyway.
So I'm going to
and
try
just
to
keeps
catch up
walking.
with Flynn, because I'm assuming he's walking a little bit faster. And, like, maybe two of us should go around back, and two of us in the front.
Seems like there's some shenanigans afoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll go up front. Who wants to go up front with me?
I'll take the back.
I'll go with you, Mr. Flynn.
All right. Me and Wesley will
Over
take
here.
the front. Tonk will go around the back. Pincer attack style.
I'm going to pop Bug out of my jacket real
Okay.
quick. Two.
So who's the front team? You two, or Wesley and Flynn? Okay. So both of you walk around the front, and you're peering in that alleyway, and as soon as you walk within view of that alleyway, I need Wesley to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Savings. I got a 5.
You got a 5? Yeah. Okay. So as you look towards the alleyway, you see this brown ball just slaps you in the face.
Mr. Flynn, it got me!
And as you just take a few sniffs, you know for a fact this is dung.
Mr. Flynn, this is...
Back. What the fuck?
Uh,
Who's
wait.
tossing shit in there?
I just want to look in. I don't even clean my face. I just want to see who threw the poop.
So just looking into the alleyway, it's hard to see and hiding in the brush right now, but you hear like like this like snickering in there.
Absolutely not. Oh boy. I'll. How far are we from, like the shrubbery, the bushes?
If you're going around the back,
We're up the front.
oh
Me
you
and him are
oh
up
yeah,
front.
you're in the front. That's right. It's maybe about. Let me look at the map. Maybe about 20 feet.
All right, I'll move forward fairly quickly towards the bushes.
Okay, as you start power walking to the bushes.
I'll say, "No one throws shit at my friends. No, only me."
All right, you hear a few of the voices suddenly, oh shit, and then the bushes start rustling, and you see a couple figures start darting out the back way. Actually, I guess if you were the guys in the back, they'd be darting towards you.
Yeah.
As goblins start just rolling out of that bush, about 5 total, and
How big are these goblins?
pretty small. And the first thing you notice immediately is none of them have long heads, They're like just regular goblins, similar to the ones you saw ambush you a long time ago when you first arrived at Phandelver, actually. Immediately when they see you two, they start just cutting and they just scatter. They start scattering. What do you do?
So they're clear of the alleyway by the time we get to them.
Yeah, I'd say you're about like right there. So a couple of them are trying to rush down this alleyway. A couple of them are trying to go back way around Stonehill.
Do I still have line of sight to them?
Yeah, you can see. You see a couple just booking
When
out
I
by
see
the bush.
them run towards them and then like, oh shit, and then try to scatter, I'll do it quickly. I'll just make a couple gestures with my hands, and cast slow I can do it on up to 6 creatures, so I'll do it on the 5 of them.
Mhm.
They need to make wisdom saving.
We'll go 1 to 5. What's the save?
DC is 16.
Okay, 2 save.
Okay.
Which way are they heading? Are they heading the same direction?
I'll say he got two separate ones of the group. So he got one of the 2 going down one of the alleys, and one of the 3 trying to go behind the stone.
Which one is closest to me? Or is there one really close to me? How close is
About
it?
the same distance.
I want to try to misty step on top, like right above it, so I could fall down on one. Can I
Are
do
you trying
that?
to? You can. Do you want to try to get? Would you want the slow ones or one of the regular ones?
One
or-
of the regular ones that we haven't caught yet.
So there's 3 slow ones, correct?
Yeah, 3 slow ones. Sorry.
So-
So 2 of the ones around stone are slow.
2 going to the left, 2 going to the 3 going to the right. Out of the 3, how many of those are slow?
2 going around the stone hill end, 1 going down the alley.
What?
So there's 5 total. He has slowed 3.
Yes.
2 are going down the alleyway. 3 are going around the stone hill end. 1 is slowed down the alley. 2 are slowed down behind the stone hill end.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
All right. So you're trying to misty step on which direction?
Above whichever one is not slowed, so I could fall down on pin them.
You pick one, alleyway or stone hill.
Shit. Alleyway.
Okay. So you misty step and fall to land on this goblin. Make a what a weird check. I guess to try and grapple him, make an athletics check.
So as soon as he kind of does his misty step, I'm going to tap Bug and point him toward the other ones and have him cast the web on the 3.
On the 3 that
Yeah.
over on. Okay. What'd you get, Wesley?
14.
A 14?
Did I do it?
Yeah, you land on one.
Fuck
and
yeah.
You grab his body, and it just gets crushed to the
I
ground.
got one.
And you have Bug shoot a web towards the others that are running.
Yes.
All right. What save do they do? They're starting their turn in the web.
Isn't it dexterity to
Yes,
avoid it and then strength to break out of it?
Yeah, Dex
If there's some-
15.
They both succeeded, but the slow one. I haven't rolled with disadvantage. 'Cause he's slow.
Well, I thought 2 out of those 3 were slowed.
Oh, that's right. So another one should have disadvantage. So hold on. Okay, 2 of them failed. 1 succeeded.
Which one succeeded?
The fast one.
I'd like to try to grab that one.
So I'm gonna say you're gonna need to start dashing, and this dude is booking as well. He's already succeeded through the web. You have to run to the web as well to try and catch him.
Would I still have Wesley's payload too?
No, you gave it back, dude.
He knows.
I'd like to still try to dash after the last goblin.
Okay, go ahead and dash and make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
What's the save? Wedge for your web? Is it 15?
15.
Okay, you get stuck in that web immediately when you hit it with 2 goblins.
What's with you in running right into webs?
I was trying to catch the other one. Are the other 2 like in arm's reach with me in this web?
Would you have cast it in the middle of them, in front of them?
I would have probably casted it, like, since they're clumped up, just at the clump of them.
Okay.
So it's 20-foot sections.
So they're more in the middle when you're more at the start of the web. So no, you're not in arm's reach. You're like 7 feet away.
Then I'll make my way towards them
Okay.
when in time.
So we've trapped quite a few of these guys. 4 of these guys are pinned one way or another. 2 are in webs currently. 1 is being held down. And
3 are slowed. Wait.
yeah, another one's just slow in the alleyway, still trying to run just in slow motion.
And Flynn's
now.
you going after that one?
I'd go after the slow one. Yeah.
So, Jamie, if I pop my little familiar spider out, can you let him slowly, like, wrap the ones that are in the web up? Like, to bind them?
I can't give your familiar the power to bind something. Unless it specifies it can do that.
I mean, it's a spider.
I don't think a regular small spider can bind a humanoid. Unless it had maybe hours and hours of time.
I will, as I'm walking up to the slow one, pull out the manacles that I have.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he's like,
Yeah, he's trying to book.
I'm just gonna go over and like I'm basically like power walking and like catching up to him at this point. And I'm just gonna walk kind of in front of him, put my leg out in front of his legs, and push the back of his head forward and cause him to trip over my hand.
Fuck these kids.
And I'll go down. I'll put the knee on the back.
Make a. This would technically be a grapple then. Make an athletics check with advantage.
15.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah. You trip him, you slam him to the ground, and he's pinned, grappled currently.
I put the manacles on him. As soon as the manacles on, I get up. I pick him up, kind of like his arms are like pulling back, so I pull him back up, and I'm just gonna go, kind of push him up against the back of the stone hill in there.
Okay, you slam him. He just shouts out. The rest of the goblins are all
Throw
still
shit.
trying
You're gonna
to
catch shit.
trying to get away from you all. Are you somehow subduing the rest of them? You're holding on to them, but unless
I
we're
wanna
doing
try
something,
to,
they're constantly trying to break out, which is roll after roll. So
I just like use the rope I have to tie him up.
you try to tie him up.
Yeah.
Yes, same on our side.
I would be like trying to grab the two in the web by the neck.
He's just in the
Like-
shit with them.
Okay. I guess in that case, Wesley, make one more check for me. Make a acrobatics check or sleight of hand. See if you can tie this dude up while you're holding him down.
19.
19? Okay, yeah, you tie your goblin up.
I'm gonna point Bug
Just lift the loop and pull.
at Tonk and have him cast Spider Climb on Tonk, so he can move throughout the web.
Oh, there you go, Tom. You're free.
You can just move freely.
Why can't you cast that on me before you cast web? But anyways,
I didn't think about it.
I'll go up to those other two goblins. They're small.
Yeah, they're considered small.
Back of their columns.
You trying to grapple two of them?
Can you like spin him in the web like cotton candy?
Make a athletics check to see if you can grab hold of them. Then I was gonna say advantage, but you're trying to grab two creatures at the same time, so just
He's
stand
very
straight,
strong.
roll.
Hold on. Can I do something?
Well, yeah, you're holding a goblin right now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna say, hey, they're small, but they're gonna try and wiggle like this. This little fucker just tried to get up. No, you got it. You're doing perfect. You're doing great. You've got this. And I want to give him bardic inspiration.
Because yours is locked up, right? The manacles.
He's got
Yeah,
manacles
he's on.
to jail.
He's under arrest.
So I rolled an
Citizen's
11.
arrest.
An 11
Yeah, but if that's not enough, then I will
is not enough.
feel inspired. And have a 14.
That'll be enough. So you grab a hold of both of these goblins, and you've got them grappled in your arms. They're both trying to just grab at your hands right now, and they can't move their feet also at the same time. How are you gonna keep them subdued? You just gonna keep trying to hold them? They're gonna keep trying to get away.
To plunk their heads together and knock them both out.
Looney Tunes style, yeah.
All right, make an attack roll, and we'll use the pluses you have to your axe normally. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you take off. And you just boom, and they both and it's lights out. They're both unconscious.
I'm gonna start getting a rope out to.
I'll carry them out of the web at this point.
And so you've tied one up, you've jailed one, you've knocked out two, and you've
Stop resisting.
Casted web and spider climb and petted bug.
we're missing a goblin, aren't we?
I think one got away.
One got away.
That's the one he tried to chase.
Oh, that's right. You tried to chase one of us. Yeah, he's booked. Okay, so we got 4 goblins. All right.
So I'd like to tie up the two that he has.
Can I see the
Yeah.
mouse? I got a frozen camera.
Oh shit, bro.
It just happened.
Oh, Jamie, can we take a break soon, Mike?
Yeah, we were 10 minutes out from it, but y'all want to do it early?
Yeah, let me check on my brother-in-law real quick.
Okay, we're gonna take a
Check
quick
on my
break.
brother-in-law.
We'll be right back. And we are back.
Hey.
So we have captured 4 prisoners. 2 are unconscious. 1 is tied up. 1 is shackled. Manacles.
Ours are tied up.
Well, they're tied up while they're unconscious. Tied up. Yeah, they're useless at the moment.
They're
put it
tied
that way.
together, back to back.
Okay, back to back. I got you.
Scooby-Doo style.
So these goblins you had, they're saying, let go, ah! Just wiggling.
What
and
do you think? You just
rummaging.
walk around here and just throw shit at people?
Just fun and games, pranks. Nothing serious. Let go.
I slap the shit out of him. Open hand.
Are you trying to hurt him or just?
No.
You just, asshole! Ah!
Yes.
Fun in games, you almost crushed a couple of people.
You can. You know how many diseases you can give someone throwing shit? Where is that shit from anyway? And it best not be yours.
He looks to his friend.
Which one does he look at?
He looks to the one you have pinned on the ground.
Oh, so it was you. And I'm just gonna start wiping all my shit off my face and just putting it on his face.
He doesn't seem too bothered by it. I get
Oh.
they're kind of gross already.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm still gonna do it.
They're just struggling, shouting a little bit.
What were you hoping to accomplish here? What the fuck are you doing here in town?
Freedom, enjoying freedom. Haven't had freedom in so long.
Freedom from what? You are not free right now.
Underground, freedom from underground. They said we could go.
Who's they?
Big brain, Rooksy.
Big brain. All right.
Does he got gems in his head?
Big brain, big brain,
He's got a fat head.
glowy big brain.
Big fat glowy brain.
He's a goblin, though?
Yeah,
Or with a glowy head?
yeah.
What's his name?
Are you talking to one manacles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's kind of stopped struggling, like he's actually getting into the conversation a little bit. Say again, what?
What's his name? The one with the glowy head?
Rooksy thin, Rooksy,
Spell that.
Rooksy.
Spell it as the goblin was. How would the goblin spell it?
Roo. Ixie, and thin.
It's as good as we're going to get. All right. So, how long ago did they let you go?
Sun's just going up. Sun's just going up.
Today. Why did they let you go?
They want the shiny stones.
So what?
They want the shiny stones. What shiny stones?
It's, the black shiny stones. They go to the big pointy thing and the destroy Phandelver.
Not good at all.
Okay. And what? You just didn't want? You didn't care about this? You'd just rather just kind of go and frolic around and throw shit at people?
For first time above ground. Exciting. So exciting. Talking with you now. Don't like this.
Yeah,
No.
it's going to get worse. You can't just go around and terrorize people.
We're
Right.
all about having a good time. But you're causing a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
People don't like that. You cause trouble, you got to go back underground.
Trouble's so fun.
What's more fun, trouble or not being underground?
I don't. Both.
Nope. You have to pick one.
No. He
have
starts
to.
shaking his manacles again.
You have to, or your ass will fall off.
Make an intimidation check.
18.
How are you going to shit with no ass? It's going to keep building up inside of you, and you're going to become a shit explosion.
No, I need that.
Right, so you have to pick one. You can either be up here above ground and not cause trouble, or you have to go back down there. Or we kill you. Third option.
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just no stones, no trouble, just stones then.
No.
No shiny stones either.
You can have your freedom, have good fun, or you die.
And you bring me all the stones.
You,
If you want to collect stones, you can bring them to him.
his head's so small.
Well, that's why he needs the stones. He wants to have a very big brain.
Punk
Very
will
big
have
head.
Hawk will have big head if I get a bunch of these stones.
Not my. That's not my choice. That's up to Rooksy. That's not me.
No, fuck Rooksy. We're not talking about
He
Rooksy.
cowers away from you for a bit.
Where is Rooksy?
Yeah, what if we went to talk to Rooksy on your behalf?
Yeah,
You could try.
Where's he at?
yeah.
Old mining, ugly dwarfs underground. Old mining place with old dwarf mining place underground.
Where?
Can you lead us there?
Will you take us?
I don't know how.
Will you take us to someone that does?
He starts looking around. I don't know where anyone is. Everyone's all over the place.
How many were coming from underground?
Many. Long heads. No more. The lucky ones.
So they let some of you go, but not all of you.
Big lot of us. Not all.
All right. Now look, you've been very helpful, very cooperative so far. We appreciate that. I have another question for you, though. We've been hearing about some people who are missing. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Big heads probably take for gods.
Fuck. And they have taken people from here, from Phandelver already.
Maybe. Probably.
And are they taking them to this dwarven mine?
That's his only home that I know. I hope. Maybe.
I'm sure Talia would know where this mine is.
Maybe eat some of them.
Well, if you found the stones, you were supposed to take it back to him. So where would you know where to go if you found the stones?
Big heads know.
Yeah, but you don't know. Say you found a stone, where do you go with it?
He starts looking around. Find a big head to lead.
Is he?
Is there a big head here in town?
Lots.
Where?
He starts looking around again. He's just in this alleyway with you. Everywhere.
I look around. Do I see any big heads?
You don't see any. Right?
Clearly, the ones we didn't capture,
Right.
none of them have big heads.
All 5 have just regular goblin size.
Are the
heads.
big heads with us here right now? Are they in the room with us?
Outside? First time.
Right. No big heads here, though. No?
Do you have y'all set up a little place that you guys kind of hang out and go to sleep, or?
He looks to his other friend, who is currently just tied up on the ground, just kind of wiggling and staring at you, glaring at you. And then he says, no camp for us. Maybe big heads.
So if you just found a stone, you'd just be walking around looking for these big heads? Like, you don't have a meeting spot for these big heads?
Small town. Find them pretty easy.
So if I drug you out into the middle of town square and cut your head off, would all of your goblin friends see that?
They laugh.
Okay, so if I drug all 4 of you out there and cut all 4 of your heads off,
Still funny.
it's a shit.
Well, I don't know if we can let him go. He's gonna just start throwing. He clearly doesn't get it. You clearly don't get it. You just go out and start throwing shit at people again, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So we kill him?
No shit.
What's your name?
10.
10.
Like metal.
Okay. And what is this 9, 8, and 7 here?
Weird names.
Very weird names. What are their names?
There's Ladybug on the map.
It's been here the
yeah.
entire game.
That's what we've been playing with the entire
I
time.
thought it was
Yeah.
synced up to your cursor on the screen or something.
All right, what'd you ask Flem? Sorry, I got distracted.
Your friends' names.
I don't know.
You have no idea what their names are. Never met them before in your life.
I think we may be interrogating the dumbest one out of all of you.
The one on the ground wiggling. You know my name's Flem.
Tin and Flynn?
I look at Flim and I look back at Tim. Are you fucking with us? Are you lying?
No.
Or are you just stupid?
Not big brain like Rooksy, but not stupid.
Does he look like he's around, Jamie? Can I,
Make an insight check.
I'll lean into Flynn. Like, we need to kill one of these to like show them that we're serious. Like, I don't want to, but like,
feel like we might have to.
like I feel like we have to kill one of these.
Buck, I got a
we
3.
Did,
What do I
just
see?
laugh.
Everything he said, I mean, you can.
Yeah, but
sounds believable.
what if he's lying about that? So we just won't. I just don't feel like they're really taking it seriously. No. Killing one of them, putting their heads on pikes around town.
You saying this out loud?
Well, to like under my breath, but just loud enough to where the one like on the ground may be able to hear us.
Yeah, but right now they're just causing mayhem and trouble. If we start killing them, maybe that'll incite them to violence.
Kill them first.
Promise if you let me go, no more trouble. Leave even.
You would leave the city, leave Phandelver, not come back.
Other places than here, right? This is an only place.
This isn't the only place, no.
Big,
Matter of
big,
fact,
big world.
I heard that there's a castle. You know what a castle is? Ever heard of a castle?
Like big building.
Big building. Very big building.
You could have a ton of fun there.
You could have so much fun there, and it's just a few hours north of here. In the woods.
You guys could have the whole run of the place. Be above ground. To hang out with all your friends.
Where?
We will draw you a map.
I'll point just north. That way through the trees. You're going to walk a couple hours out of town. And you're going to see a bunch of trees. You go into the trees. The castle is in there. Do you know what a tree... Do they know what trees are? Is that underground? Do you know what a tree is? I'll look around. I think...
You're right
there's
next to
at
the
least-
trees.
Yeah. That's a tree. Imagine a place...
Brown pillar.
Brown pillar. Imagine a place outside just filled with those brown pillars. Think of how much fun you could have climbing, running around. And then big building. Ginormous building in the middle of all this.
Make a persuasion
You and
check.
all your friends could fuck off in.
Make a persuasion check.
22.
22.
So he has a very concerned look on his face as he's trying to look past you. And where you're motioning north, there's just a wall to him right now. And he just stares at it for a moment, looks back to you. He says, "Here?"
No, you got to leave the town. Go. Fuck, there's a wall. All right, there's a wall there. You're gonna go outside of the. You know what? We can we can escort you out to the exit of town. You and your shit friends, we can escort out of here.
But you have to help us get the rest of your friends up as well.
Time to go.
He looks over towards the two of the unconscious ones and then looks over to the one Wesley tied up. You stop them, but you want me to stop you stopping them?
No, the rest of your friends. The ones that aren't here.
Oh, no, mm-mm, nope, nope.
Why not?
'Cause they killed 10. Easy.
We kill 10. Easy.
And 10 die no matter what.
Yep.
And he just looks down. Above ground sucks.
All right, you know what? Here's what I say. We march, we make a little parade, so to speak, of these little shitbirds. On the way out, we give very loudly every other gremlin, goblin, the opportunity to follow us and get the fuck out of town, or that's it. That's their chance. We see them, it's on sight.
They won't care.
I didn't ask you.
No. They won't care about you dying, but they might care about us killing them.
Right. Yeah,
Right
no,
now-
we're not talking about you.
Yeah.
You've been very cooperative. We're fine with that. We're saying they can follow you and also leave, or when we come back into town, if they're still there, they're as good as dead.
Big Head's very cocky, very confident. Think they can do anything, beat anyone.
Okay, well, you know how many people I've met like that are now 6 feet under the ground? There's literally dozens of them.
Tin, how about we make a deal?
Does it? What?
Yeah, many.
Tin,
Many.
you like being above ground. And you're having a good time up here, right?
It was. You ruined.
Yeah. If you help us get to the big heads, we'll take care of the big heads. You get to stay above ground and go to the castle and have fun.
And keep your head.
And Tin gets to live.
How do I help?
All you have to do is tell the big heads you found a stone. You need more people to come and help you get it.
Just yell, I have stone?
I don't know how you're supposed to get their attention. What did they tell you to do if you found a stone?
Find them?
Find a stone and then find the big heads. They're not. Feel like we're at an impasse here.
Because I don't want to let him go.
We march them out to the edge of town. We see them off. We proclaim, if anybody wants to join them, now's their last chance. And then we take the gloves off.
Yeah, that seems...
I have a lot of pent-up rage right now that I'm ready to get out, and I can either express it on our good friend Tin here, or his friend Fliff, or whatever the fuck his name was. Doesn't matter.
Flim actually chuckled at that. He says, punch him in the face.
There's another option. And I'm going to hush my tone. I'm like, one of us might have something that would get their attention.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'll lift my coat up.
No, not that. You're precious. There's kids here. Thing.
Yeah, I also don't want anyone to know. That bitch is down south. I want her to know.
Hold on, is there any stones around us,
Can you
Jamie?
paint one?
Well, like,
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna magical tinker it green or something. I want a magical tinker a stone around
there's
me.
not just like a large stone around you right now.
Just any stone. It's like a rock, if anything.
You might find a rock, yeah. Like
Yeah.
a hand-sized rock.
I'm gonna magical tinker
I
it to
assume
look
this
like
goblin
it.
also wouldn't know how to do this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna magical tinker it green,
Okay, you have a
And then
green
I'll-
rock.
and then I'm gonna hand it to Wedge, because I assume you know what I want to do with it.
Yeah. Does it look like the stone that he has?
No.
Green.
It says brown. Are you colorblind?
Not in the game. It's the greenest green ever, Jamie.
I get your point. You don't want to do that. Do you?
I mean, if we need to. I get this fucker stolen again.
Maybe we could just give them this green stone. I mean, see
Yeah.
what they're gonna do with it.
Is this the kind of stone you're looking for?
Too small.
How big of a stone were you looking for?
You hear a clink of his hands, like he was about to show you a size.
Like, tell me when to stop.
Oh, as soon as he nods, I was like, "Oh, really?" I'm just gonna snap my fingers, and the rock just turns like back to its normal color. It just goes.
All right, look. I think I'm done with this. I think we escort our little helpers here out of town. They've served their purpose. Yeah, they threw shit, but they've atoned. They've answered our questions. Let them go. We come back in and we kill the rest of them.
I'm fine with that.
All right, we're gonna kill all your friends.
Okay.
All right, and I'm like, get him up off of his feet.
Are we sure we
On his
want to
feet.
let them live? I mean, they might grow up to be, just normal goblins, and they're evil. And they've been doing.
If we ever
worse
see
stuff.
you again, we'll cut your fucking head off.
Stay at the castle.
Okay.
What about you down there on the ground? Cliff.
Still just hog-tied and now struggling less and just looking annoyed. Got a stupid big building.
Yeah, well, you're the ones that got caught, so this is kind of on you. More your fault than anybody
At least
else.
you guys get to live.
Yeah, do you want
Your
to
friends are.
go to the big building or die?
Big building.
Okay.
Die stupid.
All right, get them up. Let's walk them out of town. We're not far from the exit to town. So.
So you have one in manacles on his feet, and one like hog-tied and hands around the rope around his hands, or how's he wrapped up? That's his Wesley's.
Oh, mine? Just behind the back. and
Okay,
around
just
the
hands?
chest. And
Okay.
the chest.
Oh, and chest.
He went
okay.
crazy on that shit. Looks like a fucking
Super
like,
knotted.
You know how like we tie people to railroad tracks?
What do you mean we?
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Us.
And Tonk, you're holding two unconscious
No.
goblins.
I'm dragging them.
They're
by the
just
legs.
dragging them.
Yeah, they're tied up together, dragging them.
Is he going through webs for that?
No.
You dissipated it? Can you do that?
Yeah,
Go away after a while. I'm assuming this conversation will at least 30 minutes.
I've been talking for 30 minutes, I don't think. But we'll say they're gone.
Yeah.
We don't have to go through that. So, yeah, you drag them.
And he's got spider climb anyway.
You're out in the alleyway now with Flynn and Wesley.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let him walk in front. I'm walking behind him, still in the manacles, and I'll just kind of guide him. But I am ready to throw a firebolt at him if he tries to run.
Okay. So you let him out of the manacles, and he's just...
No, he's still in the manacles.
Oh, he's still in the manacles? So he's walking next to you. He's not trying, doesn't look like he's trying to book.
All right. We're going out to this. I'm just kind of pointing each way as we go. We're going this way. All right, we're going this way.
Okay.
Until we get out on the road and then head up to the northern side of town.
So a lot of people start to look your way, but just hastily want nothing to do with whatever's going on because of everything that's going on currently still. As you start marching these goblins towards the north part of town. Okay, so you're dragging two. You're marching one. The other one, who knows where that one's at. Until you make it to the northern... Again, it's hard to call it gate. More like an arch with a signpost with no walls whatsoever. This place is quite vulnerable. But yeah, you're the front.
All right, 10. I'll reach down and get the key out, unlock his manacles.
Oh, hold on. Before that, actually,
Yeah.
one thing did happen. You guys were marching towards the entrance. So as you were walking towards the entrance, you have these goblins in tow. Two tieflings are running your direction from the north. One's holding a bag on their side like this, and the other one's in front of them just booking. It looks like they're about to run into you, but hastily they just kind of shooing to the sides. Oh, look out! Sorry, good, and just pass through. One of them doesn't dodge you very well. He's gonna bump into Flynn. He accidentally rams your shoulder, and the bag comes loose from his arm just a bit, and you see two rations just fall out, and he just is backing away and looking at you holding the bag, just like, sorry, and just turns and keeps running.
I want to do my best to just mental snapshot of his face.
Okay, you do that, and then you hear another set of feet coming your way from the north, and panting, you hear, and this young man who you were familiar with as he unloaded your wagon a long time ago, named Ander, is standing there just out of breath, just stop. Damn it. That's the second group. And he just looks back up. Oh, Sword Coast Bobbers and prisoners.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Thieves.
Did you say prisoners?
Yeah, he's looked towards your goblins wrapped in rope and manacles.
Thieves?
Yeah, the first the vandals and with the well, and then you come inside. There's just tieflings just snatching up goods, and I'm supposed to be what? Sorry. I got you. How was that?
How much did they steal from you?
A couple potions, some food, water. You know the water tank things. Supplies.
What, are you on a wagon out there? Where are you coming from? Where are we in town?
You are just not far from Barthen's Provisions. So you're about
Are we
right.
south of it or north of it?
So you are right here. They would have been
Okay.
booking around the corner.
Okay. What did they stole it from the store?
The good store. Hi.
Look back.
And 2 rations are laying on the ground near you.
I'm gonna pick up the rations and hand it to him. Let's take care of the goblins and then stop on the way back.
Normally, this would take the highest of priorities, but I don't know if you're familiar what's going on in town. We're trying to deal with that, and then we can handle the stolen stuff. I'm sorry, it's just
Don't worry
not
about
as
it.
important.
Sword Coast Barbers, I know you have, and he looks back towards the goblins you have in tow. Business, and we're thinking of closing for now anyhow for a bit.
I would
So-
shut down, lock the doors, don't let anybody in,
Except the Soul Ghost Barber.
and except for us, we might need some stuff later. If there's anything left.
Sure, but if you do have time, I know you're super busy with that, but I'd be happy if you helped find out why they messed with my well. They were very specific the way they attacked it and ran.
Goblins?
Who?
He looks towards the goblins.
They're
Into it right
they
now.
were fucking with your well.
They look a little different from these ones, but yes.
Tin, why were they messing with the well? What are they doing?
He looks up at you and just, maybe stone?
Maybe stone. Is that where the boat is? Maybe.
There's a bunch of these stones just littered all around this.
Don't threaten him with a good time.
There might be more of your stones, just like Sister Grail's love stone might have been one of your stones.
I would have known.
Right.
They took it.
We'll see if we can figure out what's up with the well. Our list is getting quite long quite quickly.
I know. Well, and he takes the ratchet from you and thanks you and says, good luck with your dealings.
Shut the store down. Lock it.
It's a good idea. And he turns and starts just walking back towards Barthen's Provisions.
Oh, this place is
Exciting.
falling into chaos quite quickly. And my people are clearly not making a great name for themselves, but in all fairness, it seems there's an air of desperation going around. Regardless, we need to get these fuckers out of here. Alright, come on. I kind of kick him in the ass a little bit.
You continue north towards the end, the exit of the town, towards almost the Tribord Trail, until you're just at the gate.
Alright. Edge of town. I'm making a note of every single one of your dumb little faces. And if I see you back in town, we will not hesitate to cut your ass off.
Let me take out a piece of paper and draw a crude map for them. Well,
They can't.
And he's holding the map. And, actually, he's not holding the map. He's in manacles. He just stares at it. You said you let him out?
I will now.
Okay, you undo the manacles. And he, reaches up for your map, takes it, and he turns it sideways and starts nodding.
I correct him and turn it back the right way. He's like, this is where you are. I'm gonna go here.
Is there a village near castle?
No.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Huge village. It's a village made of brown sticks.
Trees.
Okay.
Tree village. It's actually all around it. Big tree village. And
Massive.
then the middle of it is this big castle, big building.
He looks towards the 2 unconscious goblins. You keep them?
No.
No,
You take them.
You take them.
Oh. You sure?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
I'll leave them tied up for you so you can drag
use the
them.
cube to cast prestidigitation and make a smell. Make it like smelling salts to wake them up.
Okay, I know what those smell like in real life now. So they give those a whiff and they're up. Boom. There's, what? Whoa, what? They start struggling trying to get loose now.
You want to tell your boys what's happening here? 10?
Yes. And he walks up to one, shut up, and hits him on the face. And then just grabs his feet and starts dragging him away.
All right.
Flem just grabs the other one, just grunts.
I'll point just north. Say, Just walk that direction and keep going, and you'll eventually find it.
Okay.
Don't come back here.
No, don't come back. And then he turns and starts walking away with the goblin being dragged.
The day you would have told me we would have just let a goblin walk away and live, I would have called you a maniac.
It kind of felt right. Let's go kill the rest.
Yeah.
You
I'll
want
turn
to go to the
around.
well first?
Yeah. We're going to go do a massacre now.
Okay, we're heading to the Barthen's Provisions well, or where are we going?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
tons
we'll
of
go
places
to-
to go
Yeah,
right
the
now.
well.
We'll go to the well since we're close.
All right, you round the corner and head behind Barthen's Provisions out to the well, where you see Andrew with his hands on his hip, just staring at it, just... And he hears you approaching, and then he says, Oh, hey, it's you guys. You're here already. Excellent. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so a couple things. So I was out here just trying to, I was gonna get some water, and then I see these two little beasts just ripping at the damn winch we have there. Like he was just tearing at it. And then when he did, it was like a big old chunk of it came out, and it was made out of some fancy weird black stone ore. And then they start just shouting. Something about hurry back to the rest.
Which
You
way did
see
they
which
go?
way they went, yeah.
He points at the well.
They went in the well. How deep is this well?
It's like standard well, 30, 40 feet, but it dips down into like a stream. I've never gone in there.
Wedge is gonna start kind of giggling, and then he looks at Flynn and Tom's like, "Downsies."
No, we should go into town and rid it of any of the other ones, and then we go back down. Because have you seen any other goblins around the well, coming, going?
No, I haven't seen any others around here. I just know that since all this shit starting, I haven't been able to get water from here. I try again, they're ripping the damn winch, and that they got these weird, big, extra large heads, taller than normal. I know it. I know a goblin when I see it, and those were weird things.
So you haven't been able to get water out of the well?
Mm-mm. They didn't even ransack the store too. They just wanted to dick with my well.
I bet there's more than one way to get down there. When we were up on the hill and we saw the miners' exchange sinking into the earth, maybe they dug up from there as well. If we try and jump down here, we might not be able to get out if we get stuck.
True.
And there's goblins in town that need killing.
Do that first. As far as your other problem, I'm gonna give him like 20 gold for the stuff they stole, and you'd probably go a long way if instead of letting them steal it, hopefully this covers a certain amount, just give it to them as kind of like a charity. They've lost their home. Doesn't mean you should be put out. So I'll cover it. Would this help?
I don't think I have the permission to make those choices. That's miss. I mean, I'll certainly tell her that'll cover more than what's been stolen.
So yeah, I'm gonna give them 20, and just let them know when they come in, they don't have to steal. They can just have it as much as you can give with this money.
All right then.
And I would maybe find a way to board up this well for now. You don't want anything coming back out.
You don't want to take a peek-see in there?
We will later. We have some killing to do first.
So you want me to leave it unboarded for you, or you want me to board it, or?
No, go ahead and board it, and we'll unboard it when we want to get down.
If we may find another way down. And I'll go over to it real quick. And I'm just going to lean over the edge and look down. I know I've got dark vision to a certain extent, but I'm going to take my hand and kind of flick my hand out. And I'm going to cast Starry Wisp, which launches just a small little mote of light at one creature or object, but I'm just going to launch it straight down. It emits a dim light within a 10-foot radius.
Okay. So you fire this wisp down into the well, and it drifts down, and you can see the well's full length as it heads all the way down. As it gets towards the bottom, you can see the well clearly opens up. The shadows cast once the light hits the bottom is way different from how it was drifting down the well. And you can see just a very small flow of water at the bottom. Looks like it might be about, you can't really tell how deep, but it ain't deep. If you want to get some water from this thing, it looks impossible just dumping a bucket down there right now.
They must have dammed this thing up. But it doesn't look like there's an easy way to get back up from here, so maybe we find us some more goblins. We kill all their friends except one. We ask how we get down there and then see what they say. Then we kill them too.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it looks like we just need to at least get one of the big-headeds.
Yep, one of the boblins.
As far as getting back up, I can have Bug cast Spider Climb on us,
Oh,
and we can just.
yep, climb back up.
Yep.
That's a good point. Although we don't know how deep it is from the ceiling to the floor to where we would have to jump up to start climbing back up the well.
I have rope trick.
Well,
What is
just-
rope trick?
You know,
It, not, this better not be a sex thing.
well, you know, when it's a rat again.
Of course, it's a rat.
Well,
What does
some-
it do?
This rat is elastic, and so it can inhale a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Are there balloons in this world, Jamie?
Yeah.
So it's like a balloon. This one just goes straight up, and its tongue kind of just goes pop, and then we could just climb the tongue and upwards.
It like sticks its tongue out and the body goes up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like doing a handstand but on its tongue.
Well, it's like a little pop, and you know I've been experimenting with some things, and it's more you see it kind of thing.
Okay, right. Hard to explain. All right. That's good to know. I still think we should go into town and make sure that
I would like to make the comment. I have seen a lot of these rats, and it still doesn't make any sense.
we're going to have to see it later. I want to see it. All right. We're going to go back into town and see if we can help who we can.
All right, I understand, but this isn't just the store as well. This is kind of the water supply for a lot of folks around here. So y'all are Sword Coast barbers. I feel like y'all solve problems like it's nothing. When you can, please, can you help us figure out what's going on here?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need water
We
too.
just gotta deal with the immediate problem.
Also, I don't want to pry, but I saw when I mentioned the stone for the winch, y'all kind of gave each other knowing glances. Is something going on there?
Possible. Yes,
Yeah,
but
we're
we're
just
not
not
quite
sure.
sure what it is.
Okay. I guess more information is better than less information. So I'll. This is kind of awkward.
What do you know?
Well, for a long time, I've been drawing water from this well, but when I draw a bunch of it, I tend to have nightmares sometimes. Like vivid nightmares. Like I remember action for action nightmares.
When you draw water or when you drink it?
When I draw and drink a lot of the water out of it in one day.
If you have like a thirsty day and you drink a lot of this water, it gives you nightmares.
But this is the town's well. Does
Other
other people
Yeah.
have this problem?
It's
Can they drink
got
it?
a reputation of being just cursed with bad luck. But I just think it's weird that it would just get ransacked like this and not my store. So Sword Coast barbers now know about something very awkward and probably not relevant for me. Still need the water though, it cursed her well or not.
Right. Well, it's good to know.
Wesley, do you think Mother could help him out with some water?
I guess so.
Do you have any barrels that you could put water in?
We do.
Maybe
Well,
fill one up?
you fill one barrel up.
If you can't solve the water problem, if you have another source, by all means, I'm willing.
Oh, he's got a sword.
Okay, well, if it looks like it might be taxing for you. If it's a big deal, don't have to worry. You don't have to worry right now. We'll be okay at the moment.
Maybe we should worry about it later.
But I appreciate it. Please, if you can't fix the water problem, whatever this is, I'm willing to try. I don't care what it is.
Leslie's tired of being judged.
We've all been there.
Oh shit, I never told you how I did Misty Step.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you just pooped.
Oh no.
Next
I'll
time
do
you
it
do
next
it, yeah.
time, poof. Next
have to
time.
do it, yeah.
You guys didn't see.
All right. All
He's
right.
all happy so bad.
Let's swing back into town. We'll swing through Sister Grail's, make sure it's not crumbling in on itself. We'll keep an eye out for any goblins or boblins, and yeah, it's on site. But we should make a note. Any groups that we find, we try and keep one alive to question.
All right.
Okay. You leave at Barthen's Provisions, well, and then start heading back on the main road, heading towards the center of town, towards the town green. As you go there, or what are we trying to do?
I'm looking for goblins.
Goblins.
Yeah.
Hypervision.
Or listening for anything that would indicate somebody is dealing with goblins.
You... Okay, so you start heading back towards the town green and just glancing around. Make whoever's looking around for whatever, make a perception check. Let's see what we spot here.
$23.
1-3.
Okay.
1-4.
Done. Whoever got a 17 or higher. I will notice this. As you are walking towards the middle of town, looking for goblins, you don't see any at the moment. They're causing mischief, they're doing it elsewhere right now. Or they've already done it and gone elsewhere. Or who knows. But those of you who got that 17 or higher do notice, as you glance at the Shrine of Luck, the one built out of stones that had the wind chimes on it, it's missing its large centerpiece now. You notice an axe wedged into the back side of it.
Hold on. I don't remember this being here earlier. Wait, Tonk, did you do this? Is this a U-axe?
No. I would never disrespect stone by hitting it with an
Well,
axe.
these are clearly rocks.
Are they? How are they? How do they look?
You.
Actually, just a quick correction. The axe is wedged into the building directly next to the shrine behind it.
It's next to these rocks here.
But it's part of the building, so it's like, is it just kind of rocks thrown on a wall, or is it nicely stoned up looking building?
What's the quality of these rocks?
The quality looks pretty rounded. Looks pretty nice, pretty purposeful. Like smooth river stones.
See, these are more than just rocks. You can see how these are, and I'll start really going into detail about like how smooth they are, and like caressing them, and so someone took some time for these stones to get put on these.
Well, then it must be very problematic for you to see that somebody has just wedged their axe right in the middle of these.
You know, not my stone, not my problem. It's a good stone, but
You
I
need
would
to pick a side here.
hold on. It's a good stone, but it ain't no rock. Like nothing super special, but it's not. It's disrespectful just to call this a rock.
So they're shit stones.
I mean, they're building stones. They're not statue stones. They're different.
Statue stones. But isn't a statue something that's carved out of a single stone?
Correct. Single stone, massive, beautiful statue.
Right.
Oft.
Shit stones.
Quality stone.
Quality stones, right.
Budget.
Budget stones.
Budget quality
Those
stones.
two things don't go together.
When it's this type of building, it does.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm not going to argue this madness anymore. there's an axe here. You're a dwarf. You know about axes. What's up with it?
It looks like it's been put into the side of this building.
Clearly. What do you think it means?
Is there any kind of distinguishable traits or identifying marks on the axe?
Yeah.
Like is somebody's name on it?
Do you go get the axe? What do you do?
I'm gonna look at the axe. Yeah.
You go examine it closely.
Yes.
Make an investigation check. Or history.
Make sure to check the shaft.
Really? Got a 9. That's with +6.
It's definitely looks different than just a standard battle axe. Looks like a one-handed axe, you know that much. Looks a little unique, but you can't really tell much
Oh,
with it.
look at this. I'm not really
I'll pull it out.
familiar
of
with
the wall.
axes.
Okay, you pull it out of the wall. It's a one-hand axe. It feels actually pretty crappy. It feels really old.
What is it, made of rocks?
It's definitely metal.
Is the blade of it kind of, I'm assuming, chewed up from hitting the stone wall?
It's a little messy.
I mean, it looks like shit.
But you can make a history or investigation check on it if you want to know more about it.
Look, really, I want you to really think about it and look. I know you can do it. Like, think about it. I give you inspiration.
Look at
Bardic inspiration.
ooh.
15.
You have it for an hour.
Is that with your bardic inspiration?
No, that's by itself.
Maybe with the bardic inspiration too?
+6, 21.
Okay. So you look at this axe closely, and it doesn't look that useful. It looks really old. You start examining the heft, and you see a very specific runic marking on it. You know immediately when you see that, oh, that's Dwergar in origin.
Oh, it's Dwergar.
The dark dwarves.
Which you know are dark dwarves.
The fuck do they have to do with anything? What? Wait, what is a Dwergar weapon doing here?
Oh, the goblin did say old dwarf mine. What if it's a Dwergar mine? And they just let these little shits out.
Well, they're
And
working with the
they're-
Dwergar. The Dwergar are notoriously even bigger assholes than we are.
They are probably the ones kidnapping people.
I've read that they can go invisible. You think that's true? You're a dwarf.
Yeah, but I'm not one of them.
Do you know anything about the Dwergar in your little cube?
No. Objects, not people.
Tonks, if you got a 21, I'll go ahead and say this will link to that too. Just seeing this and thinking back to all the research Gwen was doing, you feel like this might be a useful thing to bring to her.
I'm going to take this to Gwen. That one, the lady.
The dwarf.
Yeah, that one.
The one with the table.
In the paper.
I think that's a good idea. Looking around, are there any, like, dwarven-sized footsteps coming or going from this area where this axe is that aren't his?
Make a survival check.
Ooh, it's being used. Use the others.
Literally the same thing twice.
Ooh.
7. What? And then a natural 20. What the?
7. You don't really see any footprints around here, but you do see a broken mining pick just laying on the ground. Also looks really old.
Maybe they just brought up a bunch of shit from down there. I don't know. Maybe it's not Dwergar.
Would this axe have been the size of a goblin? Or bigger than these goblins?
You imagine the goblins you just dealt with, if they were holding this in their hand, it almost looked like it'd be a two-hand axe.
Maybe one of
And
them.
how high up
Okay.
was it in the building?
Just a little bit shorter than you.
taller than the goblins.
Definitely taller. Whatever it was taller than you had than the goblins you were dealing with.
I don't know if the goblin will be able to swing this into the wall at this height.
All right, we need to keep our minds open. Perhaps we're dealing with more than just goblins and boblins here.
Goblins.
I mean, we have to have some name to distinguish the big head goblins from the standard head goblins. So, goblins and boblins.
Which for me?
Big head goblins is just a mouth. You would know about that. Mouthfuls.
Excuse me?
Stones. You know, get the taste of them.
Yeah, but I don't deep throat them.
I mean, you say that.
Yeah, I said that.
Yep.
So, 2 stones.
Mm-hmm.
The luck stone and the well stone. We're thinking our stone's like the one you have.
Well, and probably whatever stone they pried out of here.
That's the luck stone.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 2. One he has, 3.
Probably one at Talia's. I'm assuming that building looks like it was sinking into the ground.
Probably go check over there. Where are the other places that you saw?
The elderly farm had the horses running around. Perhaps there was a fence, a gate or something for the
Fenced on it.
horses. Yeah.
So we need to just keep going around?
Let's make the rounds, and if we see any goblins, we fuck them up.
I guess we're in the center of town by the luck shrine.
Yep.
So head south toward the minor exchange.
Sure. We're heading to the miners' exchange.
Looking for goblins on
Hunting gobbos.
So you make your way towards the miners' exchange, and when you get there, you don't see any no goblin activity along the way. Again, the streets down here are actually pretty quiet. The sun's getting a bit lower, and it looks like most folks are trying to just keep to themselves at this point. But once you get there, you could see the building is definitely a bit tilted, which is not good. This thing is made out of stone, leaning like this with all of its weight on one side, can definitely start bringing the whole building down. And you hear someone shouting, giving orders on the other side where the building's leaning. From where you're approaching right here, you guys are like right here. The leaning is coming from back here. You can hear a female voice back there shouting orders.
That is. Still haven't noticed any more goblins or anything?
No.
Alright, let's go see what Holly is shouting about back here. Her entire building is crooked.
Hopefully it's falling on her.
It might. She was kind of a jerk to us before.
Yeah, but if we help her get in her good graces. Did she sell that other stone?
Supposedly.
Yeah, we remember your colleagues walked off with it.
That's right, his friends.
All right, so we walk around the corner?
Yep.
Okay. So you start walking around the back of the building. You hear the snapping sound of wood beams and grinding of stone as you round this building, quickly followed by panicked shouts. The structure slants precariously as miners clamor around the building's foundation. Standing to one side, once you round the corner, you see his guildmaster Halia. Her expression tense as she barks orders. She sees all of you approach and says, "You're here too. Do you have a way to help with this?" And she motions to the corner of the building. And you can see that there's still stone in the ground. It's not sinking, but there is a massive block of stone just missing from the corner of the foundation.
What the fuck happened?
She hastily says, "Happy to explain. This takes precedence. Do you have magics or something you can do for stone?" None of you? He can't lift something? You can't find something, create something, mend something? Nothing? The Sword Coast Barbers I'm talking to, right?
You sound. I'm just saying like this. You're asking for something very quickly from people you have not been the kindest to up until this point when you need something.
Gods, I don't have time for this.
Yeah,
You,
no, I knew
grabbing-
this is what was going to happen.
She
Yeah.
starts ignoring you and continuing yelling orders at these other miners to just grab what stone they can, just shove it in there and hold, try to get it to stay.
You give me 10 minutes, I can come up with a decent temporary fix.
What do you have?
All right, I'm gonna ignore her and just start working on something for the next 10 minutes.
She's just looking at her building like any second now it's about to come
And
down.
I'm gonna start grabbing a bunch of scraps and shit out of my backpack. Fuck! 1.
Grab one scrap.
No, I rolled a 1.
Okay, what's that mean?
Something what?
Pulling something out of the bag.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. So, you reach into your bag, start pulling out scrap, and as you do, a pair of smooth ethereal arms just pop out and poof, just grab onto your shoulders.
Smooth.
So I'm gonna tell Wesley, I'm like, Wesley, get the scrap out of the bag.
Uh-huh.
Here,
Okay. Now what?
Roll a d6.
grab the scrap out of the bag.
Okay, you reach into the bag and just pull out
Times
an
am I gonna put
armful
all that
of
shit
scrap.
in there?
All right, and I'm gonna start talking Wesley through. Basically, we're gonna build a car jack
Hey.
Okay,
out of the scrap.
so
So I'm just like this, talking him through what I want him to do.
so you spend some time. You're gonna spend about 10 minutes working on this.
Yeah.
All right. Halia just sits back. She's covering her mouth, looking like she's extra nervous as she's watching you do what you're doing. And slowly but surely, you start building this device to do this. What are y'all doing in the meantime?
I would
Halia
just
looks
be sitting
like
there.
very intent on
Yeah,
what's happening.
Like, your whole building just like a house of cards.
How long does the arms hold on to me? 5 minutes, you said? After 5 minutes, I'll start helping.
It might be longer than that. But that's
No,
okay.
you said
We'll-
5.
We'll say 5 minutes for
You
now.
said 5 last time.
Okay, 5
David
minutes.
said that shit.
You
see
keep
that shit?
changing it. I try to do a
So,
minute.
It's way more fun if it's random. So you eventually you start getting this building jack together.
Yeah.
Make a
Jack off.
So you've built a device. What role do we want to do for this to see if it's successful or not? I guess since you used your brains to math this out, do something with intelligence. So let's
Yeah.
do
Because I
do
can,
Arcana. That works.
because I'm using prestidigitation, doing my minor creation.
Mhm.
You create a non-magical trinket.
Combined with mending, I guess, for holding up and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Did I roll 2 to help him?
Actually, yeah. Since you're doing it with him, he has advantage.
Okay. Get advantage. I don't think you need advantage.
23.
It takes time, but with your effort, you get this jack to the building corner, and you're able to re-level it out as it pushes up, and the whole building just goes back to center. And Holly just lets out a sigh of relief and says, "Oh, that's a handy device you made. It looks temporary, but looks like everything's not going to fall apart. So,
It'll hold. Let's talk about the build.
oh, I actually have an idea for that. You all, thank you very much. We have it from here." And she dismisses the other miners, and they're kind of like just looking at what you've done.
This is a temporary fix. You have to do something more permanent.
And as the rest of the miners are walking away, she says, "Indeed, I hope to pay you for that as well. But I can make you a deal for this temporary fix. It is temporary, not lasting, but what I'm about to offer you is quite valuable. I will keep your mine location a secret. Is that good enough?"
I'll immediately like. I want to try and encourage somebody to do the hold me back.
Oh, and I look at his reaction, and I snap my finger, and it lowers a little bit.
I'm like faking like. What the fuck do you know about the like?
It doesn't sound like a payment, as more like a threat.
Okay. And she sees her building go down a bit. Let's put it this way. I know where your mine is.
Drops again.
I know what it's for.
Drops again.
And I am openly offering my word that it will not... She starts scowling at you. It looks like she's reaching for her hip for something. And she says, "Our business here is concluded. You can leave. Take your device and go."
I just make it fall apart.
Over here! As it starts tilting again. and she just pushes you out of the way and herself starts trying to put something in there.
You fucking suck.
Honk would like to go to around the building to the opposite corner and lean into it.
You just start pushing it?
Yes.
Okay, you just lean into it.
Hold on.
It starts
There's
cracking more.
There's innocent people here. There's innocent people.
Yeah, they're not in the building, I'd hope.
Right, but there's a lot of idiots here that may just let it crush them. Halia's gonna hold on to this thing to the last second.
Oh, I knew she was following us. I fucking knew it.
Why is she such a bitch?
Oh. I'm going to keep your place a secret as long as
That
you
was a
keep
threat. That was a threat.
That was absolutely a threat.
Save my building, and I'm gonna threaten you. My shit. We're gonna have to
All
deal
right.
with her
Well, clearly their building had one of these stones in it. That's their problem now. I don't give a fuck. But we shouldn't entice it to.
Okay.
I guess should we swing over to the elderly farm then? Because clearly we're not going to get anything.
eventually. Is there anybody inside the building?
Do you want to go inside?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're going in.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm very light. I'm gonna walk in.
So you hop inside the building. You see a few people standing inside. They all look. They look. Actually, I don't know if you've been in there before. It may have been Tonk.
No, I've been in there.
It was Tonk and you that went in before to do the dealings
We've all
We've
been
all
in
been
there.
in there.
in the back.
Oh, in the back? No.
Oh, was
No.
it you?
It was me.
Okay.
You see a few of the men that were in the back from there inside right now. As you walk in, they just look towards you.
I'm just gonna politely wave. Are they eyeballing me?
Okay, you hop back outside the miners' exchange.
People in there.
Wait, I thought you were going in there to warn them to leave.
I was gonna steal something.
Okay.
Just out of spite.
Normally I would advise against such things, but it's
Normally I
it's
wouldn't
Halia
think of
Thornton. Fuck her.
I
All
don't
right.
like to be threatened.
No, I don't either. She'll get her comeuppance.
Almost like her house should fall on.
I don't like the idea that her first instinct was to try and blackmail us into helping her
We need to do something about it.
over legitimately the most sensitive piece of information that we know thus far.
Could let it fall on her.
The more he says it, the more I'm liking the idea.
Don't want to take someone's life just for being shitty.
Yeah, but if she tells other people about that location, we have friends up there that are in danger.
People she'll tell probably won't be as nice to our friends.
Where are we in relation to where Halia is at this point?
I would assume you would have walked around to the entrance when Wedge would say real quick, "Let me hop in." And he was like, "Never mind," and hop back out. So you're on the road right now, in front of the building.
Walking. Are we walking toward the farm?
Are you?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna walk over to Halia.
You walk back. Okay. You walk back around the corner to Rahalia. She's kneeling in the mud herself trying to fix this. And she's just working right now.
All right, I don't even expect her to look over next to me. And as much as she's straining on whatever she's doing, I'm just gonna kneel down next to her, and I'll just say, "All right, listen here, you fucking soggy piece of old cabbage. Everyone's entitled to be a little stupid now and again, but you're really abusing the privilege. If you mention a fucking word about that cave to anyone, and I trace it back to you, I will saw your fucking head off. And that is a fucking promise."
Make an intimidation check.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
So,
Goddamn!
so with modifiers and everything, that would be A 28.
28.
She pauses for a moment and then just looks towards you out of the side of her eyes. And she stops for a moment, like she's thinking about what to say. And like she was about to say something sharp, but instead she says, "You mean that, don't you?"
I do.
Do you work for an organization?
What does that have to do with anything?
Are you familiar with the Zentarum?
Of course I know what the Zentarum. I heard of the Zentarum.
She goes back to trying to fix the stone.
I may not be with them, but I'm every bit as dangerous. And I'll turn up and walk away.
She's just trying to fix the pillar.
I'll go back to you guys. All right. I think we might be okay for now. I put on my big scary face.
Did you do the black eye thing?
I didn't, but she wasn't looking at me, so it doesn't matter.
So we can push the building over on top of her now?
No, it might just fall on her anyway. She was really struggling. It was actually quite satisfying.
Say anything?
She asked if I was a part of an organization. Our part of an organization, but not the one that I think she was assuming we were. She thought, you familiar with the Zentarum? You heard of them?
Jamie, have I heard of them?
Make a history check.
Sweet. 9.
Sounds like an organization. You don't know what about.
Objects. Really good with objects.
Yeah. Think of like if the Red Brands were more capable, smarter, more widespread, and had a better grasp on how to approach getting what they want, and had ties into probably every major political faction on the Sword Coast, you would be the Zentarum. Real nasty buggers. I think she thinks we are part of it, which actually probably works in our favor. I didn't confirm nor deny. Well, I technically said, how did I put it? I technically did deny it, actually. Said, I may not be a part of them, but I'm every bit as dangerous.
Good enough.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. All right. All I need is like an explosion behind me to walk away.
A collapsed building.
You know what? No, again, I don't want to endanger other people's lives just for her. It's not worth it. She's not worth the effort or the guilt. All right, let's go to the farm. They were very kind enough to let us borrow probably those horses that we saw running off. Let's go check on them, see if they have any information. And then maybe we just end up jumping down the fucking well.
Okay.
Farm, Jamie.
Okay. So we are heading north up the road past the woodworker shop. Keeping an eye out for goblins, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you are walking past you have to pass the townsmaster's house again, which has, it looks like a door is up there now, but it's kind of very shoddy looking. Like it's just kind of balanced up there. But you continue on. You hear a bit of shouting on the road to the north of you. It's very brief. It's more like, "Go on, go, ah!" Like an annoying voice. But
I
nothing
would
on the
stop
road where
and
you're
like
at.
look and see if I could tell where that was coming from.
You can't really see from where you're at. I'll say you're about right here by the time you hear that. And it's happening on that northern road somewhere. past
Oh,
some
like
houses.
up on the stone where the Stone Hill Inn is.
Yeah. If you are pressing on, you don't
Yep.
really see anything else until you reach Alderley Farm. And you see your familiar little halfling buddy sitting on the porch. He's just kind of, he sees you all. "Oh, hey guys.
Hi. You okay?
I just lost some horses. It's not good. It's a lot of money.
Why did you lose them? How did you lose them?
Some big-headed critters came in and just... Where they yelled at me, they threatened me with their hands. They kind of just kept doing this at me, and it kept glowing. And I was like, I don't know. And then they opened my gate of my horses, slapped them on the ass, and they took off.
Wait, were they riding the horses?
No,
Oh, they just let your horses out and fucked off? They didn't do anything else?
no.
Were they speaking common?
Yeah. I think they were saying common when they were hurling insults at me.
Where'd they
take
come
anything?
from?
Damage anything?
Oh, they just opened my gate and shoot my horses.
Take any stones?
Not that I know of.
What the fuck?
The boblins are even bigger assholes than the goblins.
Where'd they go?
Yeah, when they left, where did the boblins go?
They just he looks to the west. They just took off in town somewhere, laughing.
Dicks.
Maybe we need to get off the road and walk between the houses.
Yeah, I think that might be maybe on this, in the greenery between the northern road and the southern road.
Yeah, like we literally head just straight to the well from here.
Yeah. All right, are you okay? Your family?
None of us are hurt. Son's okay. I'm okay. Just a bit financially destitute at the moment. Not destitute. I mean, it's not that bad. But those horses earned a lot of money, and worth a lot of money.
I'm sure you can find them again.
Wait, horses are smart. Maybe they'll come back.
If I could be so lucky, sure.
Look, you were a great help to us when we needed. You made us the good deal with renting the horses, things like that. I know this is not won't cover all of your losses, but again, we want to be a staple part of the town here, right? Here, and I'll take out, and I'm gonna put 20 gold.
Oh, I can't.
No,
I can't.
You will.
None of this was your fault. You don't have to. Yeah.
It's not about fault, it's not about blame. It's about doing the right thing. And you've been a part of this community for quite some years, yeah?
I have.
Right. Well, take it. You deserve it. You've been nothing but kind to us since we've been here.
He walks up to you and you hand over 20 gold to him. He takes it and then says, I guess there's a lot more people here that could use more help than me. Maybe I'll help some of those tieflings out then, I suppose.
It's yours to do with as you please.
And if you help them, maybe they can help you get your horses.
They're kind of having a rough time right now, so maybe I could hire a few in, bring some in, help me out.
Now you have the money to hire them with.
I appreciate it. Flint.
Of course. Now we're gonna go figure out what the fuck is going on with the boblins and goblins.
Town sure could use your help there more than ever.
You haven't seen anything else weird going on, right?
Over in my little corner, not really. There's a fellow that's shouting nonstop just a bit north of here. You can actually hear it right now if you hear that. This shrill voice shouting about magic things.
Yeah, we should go check that out.
It's on the way.
All right, we appreciate it. Be safe.
You too.
Wait, you really need to stop by Townmaster again. Talk about the manor. The Emerald Guys. But talk to him about that.
Yep, I agree. Low on the totem pole at the moment, but yes, I like where your head's at. All right, let's go see who's up here shrieking about magic items. I bet it's probably one of these shitty goblins.
Let's go check it out.
Okay. So we're just cutting just slightly north up here to where
Yeah, like not on the road though.
I think the gentleman you talked to here last was Phalem, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember his name.
He's an old man. He's kind of like, well.
Yeah, he did not have the riz of
It's
the
been
first
two.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been that was the second guy. So you cut across. I mean, there's not really much grass to go in here. You just cut across that tiny piece of
What are there in
land. There are no goblins hiding in this grass as you go north. This figure, now that you see this small figure, is shouting from the magic shop, completely robed. You can't see their face. It's covered completely. They have little shoulder pads, bright blue robe going down to the floor. Looks like about the frame of maybe a gnome. And as you all are walking up, he turns to you, and you quickly hear him say, oh, fucking finally, welcome! Welcome to my magic shop. You look like adventurers. How can I offer you some wares today?
Let me see the menu. We've been here before.
Returners of the... I don't know who the fuck else comes here. The others! Yes. He turns around and he grabs off the table this piece of parchment, holds it up to you with a bit of flash, and just holds it in your face.
How'd you get roped into this gig?
Well, you know, a deal's a deal. Sometimes you make some deals with some strong people, and they make some demands.
All right. Sounds good to me. I've been there, done that. Not on that level. You seen any weird fucking goblins coming around your tent?
All over the place. He just motions to the right with his thumb. If you look over there, you see a charred big head corpse.
Did you do that?
Yeah. I'll do it again, too. Show me him.
Hell yeah. You know what?
Got a useful one this
I
time.
like this one.
Yeah.
So as you hold the note, you see this list in front of you.
Mind you, guard those inner thoughts. Or Coker's golden egg bag. I appreciate that they even include the misspelling underlining.
Yeah.
Be aware as hard as you can. All or nothing coin. End your battles in record time. The infinite banana. Never go hungry. You'd probably enjoy that one. Bracers of sudden confidence. 500 gold. You got this. Wait, that golden egg bag is 50,000 gold.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. If you got that kind of coin, though, it's worth it.
Why is it worth 50,000 gold?
Well, it could change your life
Where's
and
your-
the world, technically.
Where's your bargain bin at? It's all so expensive.
Look, pal, this is the list I was given. I don't know what to tell you. Buy it. Buy it now.
Yes to the well?
Yeah. All right.
Have a
This
good
is
day.
this is impressive inventory. Honestly, probably the most impressive inventory of all of your predecessors that have been here. Unfortunately, right now, out of our price range. So we're going to get out of the way in hopes that a more wealthy customer, we're not in their way, that they can come and spend their gold.
Well, no. Clearly, it's just because you don't understand them. Ask me questions about them, and I can tell you what I know.
Well, I get that. The problem is, regardless of what you know about it, we don't have the gold to pay for it.
Really?
Yeah, it's way outside of our price.
I could trade. You got trade? Items? Something?
When we ask you what this thing does, are you just gonna reread what is on this paper?
No, that's fucking stupid. I would tell you mostly what they do, because I know mostly what they do. He likes to include tricks on them, too, so some of them have extra parts, some are as is.
But you don't know the tricky part, do you?
I think the mind shielding is as is. I don't think there's anything tricky about that. But the rest of them, they kinda... Maybe the banana, too, actually. I don't think there's anything crazy about that.
What about the boots of exhausting vigilance?
Boots of exhausting vigilance, those kinda... They make you kinda more prepared, you know? Like when it's time to... You're more ready, but there's a chance they also might make you really tired.
Okay.
But they definitely make you more prepared.
All right. And the mind shielding ring.
Do I need to explain that?
Yes, because there's often weird shit that accompanies these, right?
So sometimes there's things that can read your mind, like me. I'm not doing it right now, though, promises. But sometimes they can. You wear this, can't read that mind. And in some cases, influence your mind.
And when will this list change? Do you think it would be tomorrow?
I actually don't have to sell all this, so a couple days probably. I do this favor and that's it. I don't have to help him anymore. One promise.
Oh, that's not a bad deal.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. We may be back. We
Oh,
may
no
be back.
trade?
No,
Nothing?
no trade. No, not at the moment.
God.
There's,
He
as
mumbles
you can
under
see,
his
there's a goblin-boblin problem going on.
But just Do that. You're adventurers, right? Just stab them, cut them.
Right, that's what we're going to do right now. That's where we're going.
Okay, well, come back when you're done.
All right, we'll come back. We're going to go get all the spoils and gold, and we'll come back and we'll spend it with you.
Okay, do it quickly. Just hurry up.
We'll trade some of these goblin heads for some of your stuff.
Why would I want goblin heads?
I don't know, but you'll take it.
I do not want goblin heads. I will not take goblin heads.
We'll
Give
talk-
me some fancy gems or gold or
Well,
metals,
No, we'll talk about it later.
soul coins. We're into that. Anybody? Don't mind that. Okay, whatever. Sure.
Anybody else?
No, none of us have soul coins. We're not dealing with devils in the hells here.
No, you're not judgmental dealing with devils in hell.
I'm a fucking tiefling. Of course I know what a soul coin is.
Well, if you get any, we could trade.
You'll be the first person I come to if I find a soul coin.
Excellent.
All right. What's your name?
Bolin's Snapplegap.
Damn it. I knew it. I knew it.
Heard that name before.
Heard it too.
Bolins, your name sounds familiar. I'm sure I've read. You seem like quite the storied adventurer.
I own a lot.
You own a lot.
That's probably why. Good business person.
All right. Wait. Bolins. How old are you?
I mean, age is just a number. We don't keep up with that all the time. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Right. Sure. No.
Things happen. Age really isn't relevant for some people, but maybe they,
I couldn't agree more.
I could be 1,000 years old by now.
Could be. Are you?
No. Would you
Wait.
buy from me if I was, though?
I mean, it wouldn't change the outcome of this sales interaction.
Are you related to the famous Wilzu? Snapplegap?
Never heard of him.
He's lying.
Can we tell if he's lying?
Yeah, making the side check.
9.
4.
So he just has this blank mask on with a hood, just a little slit that you see nothing but black through. You can't see eyes or anything, and he cannot tell at all based on any mannerisms or expressions.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, bye.
All right, Bolins. It was quite the pleasure. If we die and don't see you again, well met. Otherwise, hopefully we'll come back to you with riches beyond our wildest dreams and buy that golden egg bag.
You will be back, though, right?
Assuming we don't die, yes.
Is that a promise?
I'm not. What is this?
You're coming back, right?
I would.
We're coming back.
Shake on it.
I'm like looking down at his.
He's just holding his hand up. It's a completely covered glove with a long sleeve.
Yeah, no, I'm not shaking your hand. Not when you're in some sort of pact with. You're not passing that shit on to me.
Fist bump?
Absolutely not. Good night.
What a
Now
pussy.
walk.
You walk away from the magic shop.
As we're walking away, I know I don't trust that for a fucking second.
No.
He was going to. We were going to be back behind that sales stand.
We're going to the well then.
Okay, head back to Barthen's Well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And just trying to take note of any. Like we heard some commotion going on up there as we were walking to the Alderley farm. So just
you
seeing
did.
if there was.
As you round the corner, let me take us back to our map. Heading back towards Barthen's Provisions, you glance down the road where you heard chatting from before, and you don't see any action or activity now. Whatever happened has already happened. But just right now, no goblin activity around in your area. You make it all the way to Barthen's Provisions, head around the back to the well. No one is out there currently.
Right. I guess we
Head down.
down.
Jamie, is the winch still in place? At least the bar.
The bar is still there.
So we can attach a rope to it.
Yeah.
I've got the grappling hook still.
All right, we can lower ourselves on that
Yep.
and then use it to climb back up.
Yeah. I'll attach the grappling hook to the bar there and give it a good couple like tugs to make sure it's not weakened.
Feels sturdy enough.
But enough for government work.
Yeah. Head down.
Head down. I'll go first.
All right.
Hop on it. SEAL Team 6 down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Bug into my jacket and then follow.
The rest of you as well?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All of you get on said rope and slide on down. I won't have you make checks for it. You're pretty safe about putting your rope up and whatnot, so you get down without much issue. The well is actually not that deep once you get down here. You go down maybe about 20 feet. And once you hit that bottom spot, it opens up tremendously. You're in a large, open, singular cave right now. As you glance around, who is that light source out, or is we just dark vision in this?
Once we
Dark
get to the
vision,
bottom, I think I would probably borrow one of his torches again and give it to Bug.
Okay.
Can we see where the water line used to be?
Yes, you can. As you land, you actually land in a small stream. Comes up to about Flynn and Tonk, maybe like your shins. Slightly higher for you, unless you're about the same height as Tonk.
No, I'm smaller than him.
And then Wesley, same, about your shins. So the water's not deep enough. It's not even deep enough to get a bucket down into to get water, as you could tell before. It looks like the water mostly flowed from the north. As you look north, with what little light there is here, or your dark vision, you can see a ton of rocks just damming up where the water's flowing from. Like something had caved it in. As you look south, you can see the stream opens up wider. Like this used to be a large flowing area of water, but it's just trickling right now with what you're standing in.
So we can't go north because it's dammed. And that's where the water.
And we don't want to unplug it while we're down here. That's a death sentence.
So to the south.
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 So, just walking south a little bit, you don't have to go that far because this cavern is, while it is large, it's not large enough for you to not notice that further to the south, the walls start to go down a bit until the water's just seeping barely like through the cracks in the underground area. Likely how this area filled up with water to begin with.
Sure.
But you do notice something else. There's this scent. This nasty scent. It was like carrion. It's like, bodies, gross stuff, corpses. And sewage also. And you hear a bit of rumbling and rustling to the southwest corner of the cavern. When you look over there, it looks disgusting. It's just sewage, feces, and bones in that corner. But much more importantly than that is the large creature that slowly starts rising from that corner.
Let Bug back out of the coat.
Sure.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, for your bag? Okay, good.
Baby.
Shit.
Doo-doo monster.
Let me see if I have a picture of this guy.
There's feces on it.
Oh, I don't have a picture I could show. Oh, I do have a picture I can show you. This thing opens its mouth, and you just see this long tongue just slinking out as it makes this sound as it gets louder and louder, opening its jaws. And it looks like this.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
And we would go into initiative, but we have to call it for now.
Is it friendly?
Doesn't look friendly.
It just wants a kiss.
We can try to give him a kill. But yeah, we're going to combat next time we meet up.
Woo, daddy.
This creature. I had him ready to put out and hang out with y'all, but we didn't get there quick enough.
Jamie, I reckon. No, wait, no, that's a different one.
It's a different one. That's right. The one
I
you had
painted
is for
that
other
one.
purposes. Yep, this is old JD's hand.
That actually might have been one of the first minis I ever painted. I don't even remember what it's called.
This is an Otiug or Otiug.
Yeah.
One of those. This one's only
Otiug.
got 3 legs. Most of them have 3 legs.
Oh, good session, y'all. Good session.
All right, no actual combat because the goblins I did roll for and you guys found were the weakest of them all.
Were they really?
They were just, yeah, they were little 10 health boys.
They were
yeah.
useful idiots.
Surprised I didn't kill him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you weren't trying to just knock them out, if you declare you're knocking them out, you don't kill them. But if you were doing that and you rolled some damage, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if. Sometimes it happens.
So, what time is it right now? Because the last time you said the time, it was about 5-ish.
It's probably like maybe 7.
Oh.
It's been 2 hours checking out the town.
We did a lot.
We did some good. We learned a lot about what's going on. Well, not a lot. We learned some about what's going on.
Someone in the neighborhood was dorking with the internet, like right when we started at like 8 p.m. because it completely chilled out on the frames. We've been smooth sailing for like the last hour and a half.
Did Flynn's dad open that letter that I gave him?
You don't know. You can go check. I mean, it says some critical info in there. I know what it says. So we covered a lot of ground today. We talked to a lot of Flynn's family, found out about his pappy and his brother.
Town.
We went to a magic shop. We made enemies with Halia.
Hey, she started it.
She did start it.
Everybody's been so nice, except for her.
We did a lot here. We did a lot in town today. We'll see where all these choices end up in the future. But for now, we're done. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We do this every Friday night, if we can. Please subscribe and like, or comment at least. Tell us what you think. And we got more D&D coming. A lot more. So I look forward to it. Y'all got anything before we get out of here?
I got nothing.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, thanks for watching. See you next time. Take it easy.
Thanks, everybody.
My.